How's it going, everyone? I'm just getting some stuff prepped for the broadcast here. I'm mixing it up a little bit. We have some extreme weather happening, so we're gonna gear the show around that. So if I don't respond right away, I'm just getting some stuff, some prepped here. Last minute changes. So thanks for hanging in. Thanks for even checking this out. I really appreciate it. You're watching the What Was That channel.
Thank you very much. Chairman of the and I turn it over to you, and I will return in about 3 minutes.
So our next speaker is Dr. Rosalind Peterson. She's the California president and co-founder of the Agriculture Defense Coalition, formed in 2006 to protect agricultural crop production from uncontrolled experimental weather modification programs. A very interesting topic, you know, for a non-specialized person like myself. But also very interesting in her CV that we have with you is also her extensive efforts to protect drinking water supplies from toxic chemical contamination in Martinez,
and
California.
I will return in
it's
about
a very
3 minutes.
interesting topic, of course, and I was actually wondering myself whether you can tackle whether the same experiments that you're holding in California could be extended to other world countries, particularly poor and developed countries like where we come from. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the What Was That channel. I was going to do a special weather broadcast, but it seems as though I have incredibly low video output according to YouTube, who suppresses my watch time all the time. And I'm in the red zone here, so let's take a look. Just want to show everyone, so in case you're watching. There it is. Red. I just had a brand new router installed, internet guy here, and I get red. I'm not even going to be able to do this broadcast. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm gonna have to close this down and start another one. This is pretty crazy here. Alright, let's see here. It seems like I'm not gonna press my luck, but I'm in the green. Alright, let's see. Alright. I'm just still getting some stuff ready. I'm even just trying to have a solid connection, but it seems as though YouTube, you know, can't do it. But they, you know, Nixon called the moon. Nixon called the moon in 1969. I'm already starting this broadcast off getting mad because YouTube can give me horrible video output, and then I have to cancel my stream, restart it again, and I'm going to have green zone here. But yet Nixon can call the moon in 1969 and, you know, talk to Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong walking on the face of the moon. But I get low video output. So we're going to do what we can here tonight. Thanks for tuning into the What Was That channel, where we look at random footage, hoping to find something that makes us say, what was that? But unfortunately tonight we got some catastrophic weather going on out there, and we're going to keep the show around weather, hurricanes. I have some live updates on the side panel there to keep everyone informed, and I'll try to keep everyone informed with some updates. Alright, let me check the... I'm going to make my chat pop out here. Oh, man. Alright. How's everyone doing tonight? I appreciate anyone who's tuning in. If you're going to watch this video in the future, if you're just hanging out listening to it, I really appreciate it. Oh, we got Magnificent Gaming. Alright, yeah, I'm gearing the show around weather. It seems appropriate. I had some other things in mind, but last minute changes, I think it's necessary. I went through piles of footage anyways, and I found stuff that made me say, you know, what was that? So we're going to try to apply it to here. We're going to keep it serious because we do have people's lives at risk here. It's unfortunate. It's sad. But if you just bear with me, I'm getting set up here. I hope everyone's night's pretty good, okay. I hope you can unwind. Let's see. While we're waiting, I'm going to play this little video here. This is a UN debate on chemtrails. This is from 2006, so 11 years ago. This has been around. And here you have a Dr. Rosalind Peterson speaking to the UN directly about chemtrails. So this has been going on for a long time. Let's take a look. I'm just going to play this. If you have any questions, just hit me up in the chat. I'm just getting some stuff prepped. I have a really bad headache, so I'm going to grab some Advil, and we'll get the show started. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for checking out the What Was That channel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to cut the... You know, we're at 360. I guarantee they're not going to let me...
One of the things
we'll
that
try.
I would like to say
Let's see how this goes.
is that we are in a global drumbeat right at the moment, talking about climate change and global warming. One of the things that is affected by climate change is agriculture. But some of what we are seeing is man-made, but man-made in a different way than you may guess. Weather modification programs, experimental ones done by private companies, done by the United States government, done by states across the United States, are underway. There's more than 50 of them in operation across the United States. All of these impact agriculture because they change the microclimates needed for agriculture to survive. None of these programs that I know of today, and this is all public record, are
I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm going to keep my mic
with oversight.
I'm going to keep my mic active with this so I can talk over it.
These programs impact agriculture.
That way I can keep up with it.
There are programs around the world, international corporations are modifying our weather all the time.
See?
And they're modifying it in ways that cover thousands and thousands of square miles. Most of it is chemically altered.
There you go.
What happens is that we are putting chemicals, ground-based chemicals that are shot into the air, or chemicals coming from airplanes that change and modify our weather. So one of the things that I'm concerned about and that we need to address in the future is how these programs are impacting microclimates needed for our crops to survive and needed for pollination.
Nicholas Cabal, thanks for joining us. I hope everything's good. I hope everything's all right over there. Yeah, I assumed that nobody was going to get the notification. So what I did is I figured I'd wait a little bit. I'd have a buffer in the beginning. And what we're doing is checking out some UN stuff. This is old.
The uppance is that many times we're talking
This is old, but I'm going to check out the pop-out chat here.
Like sulfur or particulates into the atmosphere in what they call geoengineering schemes to reduce
all right, we got Nicholas Cabal.
The planet.
Nicholas Cabal in the house. All right. Let's see here. We are. I'm sorry. I'm pretty scatterbrained today with the
global warming. However,
the hurricane and stuff.
Just
getting some headphones, making sure the audio's working.
And impact agricultural crop production. And if you take and you put up into our skies chemicals to reduce the amount of sunlight.
Awesome. Glad to hear, Nicholas. Really glad to hear.
We're going to begin to reduce crop production. Studies at the University of Illinois.
This is a 2006 clip from a UN briefing. This is Rosalind Peterson, a doctor out of California of agriculture. She's speaking about chemtrails in 2006, and it's pretty accurate today. It pretty much falls all into place. This has been going on a very long time. We're going to be gearing the broadcast around the hurricane weather, looks like it's moving more west, and they say it's possible to hit Keys, then go to Gulf and hit Pan. Oh, that's crazy. I just hope for the best for everyone. I've been seeing the news, and everyone's boarding up their windows, so it's pretty intense.
Because they trap warmth in the atmosphere when they produce cirrus and man-made clouds.
Yeah, it's crazy. I wasn't going to do a stream today, but then I was like, I should, because the information's got to get out there. People are being displaced because of this.
Can leave a persistent jet contrail which will spread across our skies from what this picture
so
up here
it's
on
just
my
crazy.
left on the screen
It's just
looks
insane.
Like, which is a trail left by a jet. That trail can expand.
We got Bill Hicks Jr.
4,000 kilometers
I see you, Flatlander. How's it going?
This was unheard of.
We're just talking about. We're actually watching a little clip here
and it wasn't until the late
on
1980s that there was
2006
and we started to have persistent jet
UN
contrails that
briefing through Rosalind Peterson. This is just a buffer before I start the show. I'm just letting people build up. It seems as though nobody gets the notifications for anything. I don't even get them for the stuff that I like to listen to or watch. So we're just going to give a buffer for people to get here. Feel free to talk in the chat, moderators. If anybody, let's see, wrenches. Who's got wrenches? All right, people who have wrenches, I've had experience with already, so they get wrenches right away. The more I get to know you, you're gonna get one. It's just how it works. I had to work for him, so I feel it's only right. It's tradition. You gotta work to get your wrench, and you'll get one. So thanks for watching, everyone.
For pests to proliferate, diseases, molds, mildews, funguses, and viruses.
Everyone knows the rules.
This is a
being mean.
man-made cloud, ladies and gentlemen.
You know.
And these pictures I took myself
All right,
over
let's
Northern California.
what we got? We got a couple people
And
watching
this is
here.
a burst. This is where a jet left a
And again, I'm just
huge plume.
letting
And then this
some
turned
time
into
waste
the
to get some
end of it
people
to a burst.
get their
And this is
notifications,
not,
or just stumbling upon this.
normal.
You know,
Never seen
turning on
before
YouTube,
in
and then you
our
see it.
county.
What was that? Is
Historically,
live.
and I was
You're like,
born
I have to
and
click
raised
this
there.
because this is where it's at.
This is another picture
So,
showing the jet trail just before the burst. This is
I'm not
our
protecting
skies.
anyone
And
from
I want you to
anyone,
know
Bill
that
Hicks
what you're
Jr.
seeing now, a lot of times, many scientists know,
I can't do it.
especially at NASA and
I
other
got a
areas,
show to run.
that the
You know,
skies that we're seeing are
it's
not normal cloud
it's insane to
formations.
have. I can barely even run the show as it is.
And what happens as we
So I got to
reduce
rely on the
amount of
moderators.
sunlight
But they
in
know.
the form
They
of
know.
global
Mess
dimming,
around.
we
You're okay
reduce the
once.
solar power with these
Anyone
types
else?
of clouds,
Mess around twice.
and we reduce photosynthesis,
I don't know.
which
Whatever the
can
moderators do, I gotta
impact
check it out. But
agriculture.
it's up to them. I put the wrenches in their hands
pictures
because I
look
trust them.
odd.
Let's
The
see.
formations
So again,
don't look like normal clouds that people have seen before
I know Bill
historically.
Hicks Jr. You're fine though.
This is
You're being
another
fine.
type of
Listen.
man-made cloud, and what we have done, and
fine.
what you're seeing here, is we have the photographs from the times that the jet leaves the first trail as a thin, spindly trail
See here.
to where they form into these different types of cloud formations. All of you can start looking up.
Why
and
the sad
seeing
face,
this.
Bill? I mean, what?
What happens
There's nothing
is
to be.
that there are
Well, there is stuff to be
experiments,
sad about,
and
but
there's a color,
nothing
you can
really
see some
major.
color in this photograph.
It's just
And
the What
part
Was
of
That
what we're
channel.
doing
It's not even the
also
biggest channel
is
on the
we're
internet.
sending up canisters. The United States government, NASA, the U.S. Air Force,
All
is
right.
sending up canisters into the atmosphere.
So let's see here.
filled
I'm
with
gonna go ahead and
chemicals
we're
to
gonna start the
modify
show.
and experiment
I'm
with
going
our-
to
our-
bring this
our
audio down
atmosphere. And when we
like this. You
modify-
see here? Bring this right down like that, so we have no audio. I'm going to pause this and go over here. And we're gonna hit the intro because I forget to click it all the time. So let's start the show, everyone.
That's good.
Alright, everyone. Thanks for tuning into the What Was That channel. This is a special weather broadcast. We're gonna keep updated on Hurricane Irma. We got some other topics to cover: weather modification, geoengineering of the sky. What's actually going on up there? Can they manipulate it? If you look to the left of the screen, I have a couple live tickers going. They show you the current status of it. I'll try to keep updated on what I can. This is kind of something new for the What Was That channel. I figured to keep update on something live, but we'll see if I can even do that. It's even difficult just to even run the channel by itself. For me, it is. But I'd like to appreciate everyone watching. If you're going to be watching now or you're going to watch in the future, I really do appreciate it. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get my bookmarks open. Again, this is just a last minute change. I had some other topics, but I feel it's necessary to do an entire show on hurricane weather. Your sweet place. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. It's great. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and open up the show with this little article here. Okay. This is dated March 24th, 2017. Oh no. Bye, Bill Hicks Jr. Alright. Dated March 24th, 2017. Harvard scientists moving ahead on plans for atmospheric geoengineering experiments. The climate research intend to launch high-altitude balloons that would spray a small quantity of reflective particles into the atmosphere. Okay. Isn't this what we've been talking about the whole time? Now you have Harvard saying they're going to do it and save the day. You know, it's just crazy. So let's scroll down a little bit here. A pair of Harvard climate scientists are prepping small-scale atmospheric experiments that could offer insight into the feasibility and risk of deliberately altering the climate to ease global warming. Oh, they know it's feasible. You know how I know? Right here, they're gonna say it's feasible. We're gonna see if it's feasible, but we all know what's happening. Right here. Let's see what they're actually putting up there. Let's see if they're gonna tell us. Ooh, sulfur dioxide. That sounds good. I want some of that, please. Alumina, calcium carbonate, all into the stratosphere to measure the reflectivity of the particles, the degree of which they disperse and coalesce. You know, this is really interesting. I'm really happy NASA and all these people want to spray this stuff in the atmosphere. Jose is a Cat 4, yeah. It's gonna be pretty intense. I have like so many windows open that I'm like having mine like melt. If you notice, I'm kind of a little bit scatterbrained. So I'm trying to keep it organized and have it flowing. So I apologize if it's not. And I appreciate everyone out there in the chat, all my moderators, anyone who's watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, this show doesn't exist without you. Does a tree fall? Does the tree make noise in the forest and nobody's around to hear it? Nobody knows, but you guys are here to see this, so this show exists because of you guys. It looks like there is another storm forming behind Jose, and if it does, it will be called Lee. What is going on? Do they have like... it's just crazy. It's pretty insane. Bill Hicks Jr., I didn't ban you. How do they come up with these names? They just go down the alphabet. Yeah, I'm letting the moderators take care of it. I'm actually working my show right now, so I don't have time. I don't have time for this kind of stuff, but it's unfortunate. Just stay out of the chat. I mean, I don't even want to get involved in it. So let's see. I will move on. Effie Witchbella, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to go ahead and shout you out. Ian. Effie. Alright, we're just taking a look at... I'm actually gearing my whole broadcast towards the hurricane. To the left of the screen, they should be working. They're up-to-date tickers showing the progress of the storm, where it's going, or hurricane. And I will try to keep, if there's any updates that pop up on my channels here, I'll try to update everyone. Your Sweets play, don't even worry about it. It's fine. I know. I see him in the other chats. Yeah, he does troll. He does. But it's no big deal. He doesn't bother me. But if you guys are in charge, it doesn't bother me. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Let's see the basic idea for Harvard scientists for atmospheric geoengineering experience. Let's see here. The basic idea is that spraying certain types of particles into the stratosphere could help reflect more heat back into space. So this is what they're going to justify. This is the only outcome for spraying particles in the air. To reflect more heat back into space? No, 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 no. You can spray different types of things in the atmosphere and come up with different outcomes. They're just going to try to say anything they spray in the air is going to protect you, when it's not. Right? So, Morky Love, thanks for joining. Let's see. Morky Love. Appreciate it. Let me see here. I really appreciate everyone checking out the What Was That channel. This is just my crappy beta channel. I started it because this is what I do on the side. Like, I come home from work and I just love looking up stuff, trying to figure it out, what's happening. So I just made it kind of live. I pre-look up some stuff, get an idea of what I want to talk about, and then we go ahead and talk about it. So, Morky Love, thanks for joining. I'm gonna go ahead and go and send you one in the chat also. I really do appreciate it. Right here, sulfur dioxide. They're gonna try to. Don't worry about the sulfur dioxide. It's around all the time. Don't worry. Don't worry about it in the air. This is how they cover themselves. It's literally like high school politics, back and forth. It's pretty crazy. All right. I do have some video clips. We're gonna watch a couple video clips. I'm going to leave my mic on because if you do watch the show regularly, I cannot not interrupt a video clip because the ludicrousness that comes out of these people's mouths. So, so now that we've checked out just a little a little article from March 24th, 2017, and you have Harvard. We trust Harvard. Smart people come from Harvard. So here they are. They're going to try to introduce this into the public, because we all know it's happening. So this is how they introduce it. Harvard scientist moving ahead on plans for engineer. Like, it's just ridiculous. I can't even handle it. So we're going to close this out because I'm so done with it. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone's just relaxing. It's Friday. If you're safe, relax. If you're trying to get out of the hurricane zone, just take your time. Be safe. Heed all warnings. And if you're staying, prep. Get all your stuff ready. Nicholas is right. Nicholas is right. Let them hate so long they fear. Imagine the power in that statement. Let them hate so long as they fear. Good, hate on me, because you're not going to do anything. Like, that is their motto. That's pretty intense. That says a lot right there. I trust no one these days. I'm in the hurricane zone. Well, I am hoping all goes well. I'm doing the show specifically on hurricanes. I don't think I could even do the show on anything else, because it's kind of what I was thinking about all day. So that's why I have the live tickers on the side. Any updates that come, I'm going to post them right here. So if anyone doesn't have, I don't know, everyone has internet, so they can check the updates. But I just want that stuff on the side for everyone to see. If there's, you better not talk Giants while I'm blocked. No Giants today. I promise. It's all weather, so you're not really going to miss anything. It's not going to be crazy. I promise. We are going to look at a little video here. This is the U.S. Air Force admits to using HAARP for weather modification. HAARP is real. They're using frequency. This is just one piece of the puzzle for their whole weather manipulation. This comes from Alexander Light at the Alexander Light channel. If you want, go ahead and subscribe. He seems to have 15,000 subscribers, which is crushing me. And that's okay. I never ask subscribers anyways. But again, Alexander Light is providing us with the U.S. Air Force admits to using HAARP for weather modification in defense hearing. So let me make sure the audio's good. Make this full screen. We're going to listen to this.
Questions here about HAARP, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program.
No fear. Yeah, have no fear. Don't never.
Table have a little bit of a piece here. As you know, this is located.
It's true.
Up in
Fear gets in the way of rational thinking. Can you guys hear me over the audio on this? And can you hear the audio of the video?
The Office of Naval Research. One of the prime customers is DARPA, which is currently running experiments at the facilities here. So, questions to several of you this morning. I'm told by the president of the University of Alaska that the Air Force is support for the facility, and they're taking steps to demolish it or take it down this summer. He's making the argument that that there is other opportunities for us, and is trying to find a path where the university might be able to take title to the facility. I'd like to start with you, Dr. Prabhakar. I understand that a lot of folks here on the committee probably don't understand what HAARP does. I think most Alaskans don't really know what HAARP does or why the agency is involved in it. So a very brief explanation, and then a more direct question. Would you be disappointed, or would you lose something if HAARP were to go away?
Senator Murkowski, as I think you know, one of our programs has been using the HAARP facility for the research that it's pursuing. And my understanding is that we
using the
get
research
value out of that interaction. The P in DARPA is projects, and we're not.
Did you catch that?
Would you be disappointed, or would you lose something if HAARP were to go away?
Senator Murkowski, as I think you know, one of our programs has been using the HAARP facility for the research that it's pursuing.
One of their programs is to use the HAARP. So DARPA has access to HAARP. If anyone doesn't know what DARPA is, it's like a facility where you can build whatever you want, and they have like the best engineers out at MIT, like Lincoln Labs and stuff like that. So what they do is they engineer all this stuff. So anything that we have has gone through it's gone through DARPA. And what she's talking about is how DARPA, when they need it, they can go ahead and use the HARP, which indicates to me HARP is for sale. If you have money, you could use HARP. Let's continue.
And my understanding is that we did get value out of that interaction. The P in DARPA is projects, and we're not in the business of doing the same thing forever. So very naturally, as we conclude that work, we're going to move on to other topics. So it's not an ongoing need for DARPA, despite the fact that we had actually gotten some good value out of that infrastructure in the past.
Oh, she got good value. They got good value out of it.
To Dr. Walker and Mr. Schaefer, then, Dr. Walker, your agency is currently running the facility. I've mentioned that it's our understanding through the president of UEF that the plans are to move forward and demolish the facility this summer. So the question to you is that accurate? Can you explain why? And then perhaps to both you and Mr. Schaefer, is there any benefit in exploring a potential relationship with the University of Alaska to perhaps take over the HARP?
Whoa. So the University of Alaska is possibly going to get this?
Great value out of HARP in the past. We took it over from the Navy and managed it and actually did a number of...
Okay. So, wait a second. The Navy originally had it?
Senator, the Air Force has gotten great value out of HARP in the past. We took over from the Navy and managed it.
Okay, so the Navy had it, then the Air Force got it, now DARPA can use it. Can I go if I have money, can I go use the HARP for my own experiments? What is going on? We pay this money to have this stuff built, and then they just sell it out? They just sell it out to these companies for their own experiments?
And actually did a number of experiment campaigns up there and have finished our work that we're interested in doing up there. We've moving on to other ways of managing the ionosphere, which the HARP was really designed to do.
So here you go. They're done with HARP. They don't even need it anymore. So they're just, here you go, we're done with this. We have new technology. Or we figured out something else that we don't even need HARP anymore. But we're still going to sell it out to everyone who wants to use it. Because we're going to manage the ionosphere. Notice that word, manage the ionosphere.
Inject energy into the ionosphere, be able to actually control it. And, but that work has been completed. The Air Force
they can control the ionosphere.
Has maintained the site
you just admitted
for
it.
Other government agencies to use for several years now. And with DARPA completing their project,
the U.S. taxpayer has been paying to manage this site so that other organizations can use it.
that's our last government customer that we have in the site. We have put out a call government-wide for other agencies that had interest in managing the site or taking it over, and including going out to academia.
Oh my! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mute it.
We have gotten interest from the university in Fairbanks. However, the interest we have is that they will run it if we fund it, which is unfortunately in this fiscal environment we're in right now, this is not an area that we have any need for in the future, and don't see that it would be good use of Air Force S&T funds in the future. So our position has been that if there's not somebody who wants to take over the management and the funding of the site, then the Air Force has no future need, and that we do plan to do a dismantle of the system in the future.
It's old. It's old technology. They have to have new stuff.
In the future, do you anticipate that it would be this summer then, or would there perhaps be more time for the university to try to figure something out?
We would prefer to start this summer. We would like to get the critical equipment out of the site before the winter, the harsh winter. In
Critical
Alaska,
equipment
does lead to a very costly winterization to maintain the site, and we'd like to avoid that if we can.
Okay. Mr. Schaefer, if you have any comments on that?
Yes, ma'am. So I'm torn on this because my background is as an atmospheric scientist, and I think the facility is just a world-class facility. That said, we've worked very hard with the Air Force, with the Office of Science and Technology Policy over the last 18 to 24 months to find another sponsor for this, because it really, as you've heard the other people at the table, we, the department, have gotten the research value out that we need for this
Research
facility. We've also worked
value.
with University of Alaska Fairbanks to get some other person to pick up the long-term.
How many people were injured because of this?
Scientific research that HARP offers the promise of, but with all the other issues and problems and challenges facing the department at this time, we just don't see that investment over a long-term period is where we would prioritize our investment. So we've been working with other agencies, trying to get agencies like National Science Foundation, Department of Commerce, who runs the National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration, to pick up the HARP facility.
So there you go. There you go. Admitting what it does. It manages the ionosphere. Effie Witchbella, we'll be seeing you in a minute. Yeah, take your time. Do your thing. We appreciate you stopping by. Hope to see you soon. But there you have it. U.S. Air Force admits to using HARP. They also admit to sell. I'm just gonna say selling out HARP to whoever wants to use it in the government. Oh, you want to mess up some people? Here you go. Use HARP. Inject 70 million megawatts, whatever it is, into the sky. I think it's like 70 million watts into a 12 mile by 12 mile patch of the sky. It's insane. But here you have it. They're admitting it, and they're admitting that they don't even need it anymore, which begs me to question, what do they have now in the future, which would be now because it's a couple years old, to manage and manipulate the weather. So it's pretty crazy. I'm going to go ahead and close this tab now. We're going to open another one. How's everyone doing out there? I appreciate everyone watching this channel, spending your night with what was that channel? We just looked at that one. I apologize. I'm all over the place tonight. When they admit these things, it surprises me that there is no outcry of the people. It's because they don't care. People don't care. People could literally watch that and still go, no, it's cool. It's fine. I'm going out. Like, they don't care. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying going out is bad or anything, but they don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's crazy. Yeah, they're enjoying their Matrix. Magnificent gaming. You're spot on. People don't want to be torn from their Matrix. The only way I can put it is you can't wake people that are pretending to be asleep. They don't want to come out of it. They like their Matrix. And I can see that, but it's crazy. And to me, it's funny because it's undeniable. To me, it's undeniable. It's just insane. It's crazy. But yeah, you can... they never show themselves. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. It's just insane. 100%. It's crazy. We're gonna slowly leach into heavier material, but we're gonna take a look at an actual.
This year marks the worst drought America's seen in decades, and it's showing no signs of letting up. Over half the country has been affected.
All right, let's see.
With the brunt bearing down on them.
All right, so we're gonna see cloud seeders making it rain. Cloud seeding is real. Oh, you know what I should do before? Okay, you know what? We're gonna watch this first. And again, I'm sorry. I'm scattered throughout the night. This was a last-minute change. We're doing full hurricane weather updates on the storms and stuff like that. So I'm a little scattered. I apologize. Bear with me. I appreciate it. But right now we're going to be checking out Cloud Seeders Make It Rain. This is from ABC News. They're not going to be happy with this, but I'm doing it.
The mid and southwest, especially Nebraska, Kansas, the Dakotas, and parts of the south. Just look at that. Well, in one hard-hit area of Texas, some people have grown tired of waiting for Mother Nature to bring relief and have decided to try and take matters into their own hands. Here's ABC's Juju Chang.
Craig Funky is flying me to the edge of a violent thunderstorm.
You see how nice and crisp the top of that cloud is up there?
Yeah. But the former commercial pilot isn't some adrenaline junkie courting danger. He's a cloud seeder, chasing this menacing storm to squeeze out extra rain for the drought-stricken farmland below.
As a pilot going through school, you're taught to avoid thunderstorms.
This is Craig's job, firing chemicals
There you
into
go.
the
Notice
clouds
these?
in a controversial...
All right, I'm going to pause it right here, but notice these canisters? Notice how they're all not going? They're only superheating a couple of them. That's because as he flies, they activate each one of these, and these little flames burn off the chemicals that are in there, and they emit it into the atmosphere. Just notice what's happening here, and this is a couple years old, but just see what's going on, and I'll tie it all together.
Controversial attempt to modify the weather. He's literally a rainmaker.
That dark, thick cloud over there has lots of moisture in it.
That's part of the cloud that was seeded. It actually looks heavy with rain.
Cloud seeding has been used around the world for decades, but it's now getting a closer look as farmers desperate for solutions endure their 4th month of record-shattering drought with no end in sight. It's actually the largest drought in half a century, responsible for rising food prices and record wildfires. It's even suspected to be a cause for the recent surge in cases of West Nile virus. So we came to South Texas to find out if cloud seeding can really maximize our most precious resource, or if it's just a
The NOAA
romantic
plane,
notion
yep.
that doesn't hold water.
We can't manufacture a cloud. That is just absolute basic.
Okay.
We cannot make it rain.
All right, so he just knows the to me it's structured. So he just said we cannot make a cloud, meaning him. He can't make a cloud. The Texas Weather Modification Association cannot make a cloud, but the government can. Yep, but the government can, and we saw it in Brother Sanchez's video the other day, where they're using power plants with the cooling towers pumping massive amounts of moisture into the sky. So they can make a cloud, but he probably can't. So the structure system, see, he doesn't know. He just does it. He just flies the stuff. So the structure system, it's a need-to-know basis, and it's all compartmentalized, and it's a big thing, and it's organized on a higher level. But it's crazy. But let's continue. I'm actually going to go back so you can hear him say that.
Ocean that doesn't hold water.
We can't manufacture a cloud. That is just absolute basic. We cannot make it rain if it was not going to rain to begin with.
Tommy Shearer is president of the Texas Weather Modification Association. He's quick to explain that he can only enhance the weather, not create it.
If you look at the cloud as a factory, we're inducing a lot of raw material into the factory so that the factory becomes more efficient.
And more productive.
Consequently more productive.
His team of pilots and meteorologists are constantly scanning the skies for the right clouds to see.
Everybody's going to get some good rain.
After 10 bone-dry days, a promising cluster of thunderstorms is finally headed their way. Butch is today's standby pilot. He takes the first run. Up in the air, we get a bird's eye view of Butch's delicate dance.
He's just working
What
the
a
very
beautiful
edge of it.
plane.
And then Butch finds the cloud sweet spot.
Okay, he's fixing to light a flare.
So you gotta light the flare, which burns the chemicals off.
It looks like he's painting the sky.
The flares are shooting millions of silver iodide and calcium chloride particles into the cloud.
Oh, yes,
where they
please. Can I have
collide
some
with
more?
drops of water and ice and produce even more moisture. Then, usually within 20 minutes...
So what is this white smoky stuff over here?
That's rain.
Oh, that's rain.
Yeah, that's rain. All this is rain out here. Turn 7 on November, turn left base. When you go out, you seed for a few hours or all day long and really know you did some good. It's a good feeling.
The radar data collected today adds to a growing body of evidence that cloud seeding works. It can double the amount of moisture in a given cloud, and the Texas programs boast a 12% increase in annual rainfall, thanks to seeding. And long-term studies show those chemicals are environmentally safe and can't even be detected in the rainfall. But despite all the data, some of cloud seeding's biggest critics are surprisingly the very farmers who stand to benefit most.
I understand it. The
This isn't
farmers
the first
need it,
drought we've
but
been through.
it's crazy.
It won't be the last.
Bill Slumchinsky's family has been farming this land for 5 generations. He and his son Brett tell us it's expensive to irrigate 300 acres of crops. All that watering cuts deeply into profits.
I bet they
but
charge for
are
everything.
skeptical that anything short of divine intervention can actually make more rain.
What do you make of the cloud seeding program?
Well, when you've been in a drought since '96 and we've had one wet year, is it working?
We can't stop droughts. We
Right.
can't break droughts. We just try and put a little more water on the ground.
And every drop of water, Craig explains, helps feed the underground aquifer used to irrigate crops. So though he can't promise Bill and Brett more rainy days, he's convinced cloud seeding is helping them in the long run. The local water districts that manage the aquifers believe
there we have it. There we have it. Cloud seeding. So this is, to me, the simplest kind of weather modification, management. I'm going to start using that word, management, you know. Simplest form of weather management that I know of. So let's take a look here. And here you have it. Operation Popeye. Operation Popeye, I know this because it was for the Vietnam War. What they did was they used cloud seeding to make it rain. And what it did is it dropped up to 10 feet of... Well, it didn't drop 10 feet of rain. It all rolled into the basins, and it made people walk around different areas. And they did what they had to do for that. But I'm just saying, for the weather modification, we can see they've been doing it since 1967. Implementing it since 1967. So this has been around a while. This has been a while. I'm sorry, let me check the chat here. Yeah, it's crazy, right? That shit's in the water. If it's creating moisture. Yeah, those particles in there no matter what. Yep, it had that characteristic smell. Every once in a while I will hear, or I'm sorry, I will smell that classic rain smell. I don't know what's in it. I swear it's something that humans can just smell. And we know water because we need water. It's the most important yep, Ho Chi Minh Trail. The important compound, I don't know, for our body, besides food, oxygen, stuff like that. It's one of the most important. Yep, it was the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Yep, so they could cloud seed back then. And they're just using it today. You see here, do I have an article? And here you have it. Here's the guy I hate the most. Alright, ready for this? It's like a sense, exactly, Nicholas. I swear the water contains something that when it hits the ground, it sprays into the air and humans can smell it. And it smells that distinct characteristic. I can almost smell it now. I can make my olfactories like trigger in my brain and smell it. Yeah, it's crazy. I swear humans, because we need water, we can just smell that. Like we're special. I don't care who tells you we're not. Do not believe them. Oh, cool, you have a Ferrari? Do you have my cool body? I don't think so. Sorry. Nice try. Nice try. Doesn't work that way. Alright, we're going to take a look at, here it is. For those of you who know me, I do not like Al Gore. But I will listen to everything he says. Because he may have something that I need to use for information in it. I love to listen to all different people, whether I disagree with them, agree with them, like them, don't like it, doesn't matter. I'll listen to you. You may have something that I need. And here you have it. Al Gore says chemtrails are whatever, but we're looking at the sulfur dioxide right here. He knows. So now he's saying chemtrails are poisoning us through sulfur dioxide. Daily, into the air, right here. Daily. Here you go. Chemical formulas. S8, S8, SO2. Here you go. Right here. So here you have Al Gore. I'll play it. I'll play it. He's on Ellen. I don't know where it is in here. I may end this soon because I just can't handle Al Gore. It's crazy.
Our next guest is the former Vice President of the United States. Please welcome Vice President Al Gore. And what are you... Well, first of all, let me ask you this question, because there's a rumor, I don't know if this is
Nicholas,
true or not.
people see it. They just don't care.
Figure out a way to block the sun to try to slow down global warming.
Yeah, it's a measure of the feeling of desperation that some of them feel.
Are they really thinking they could do that?
Well, some of them are seriously proposing, and I think it's completely nuts.
Yeah.
You know, you put another kind of pollution, sulfur dioxide, up to orbit.
Yeah, they don't care.
Cover the atmosphere. The sky won't be really blue in the way.
Okay, first off, Al Gore used to blame us. Al Gore used to blame us. It was my fault. It was your fault. Did you turn the key in your car this morning? Because it's your fault that the weather's changing. And now he's admitting chemtrails are doing it? Like, what is going on? He just made millions and millions and millions of dollars off blaming me, you, everybody. If you own an air conditioner, you're bad. You're done. How dare you? How dare you run your air conditioner? Meanwhile, I use the amount of 3 city blocks for my sweet mansion to run everything. It's crazy. Now he's going to admit the chemtrails are part of the deal? Well, where was this 10 years ago when you were blaming me? You made me feel bad, Al Gore. Now I don't feel bad at all.
It isn't now anymore, but it would block out some of the sun's heat so that we wouldn't have to take the difficult steps to stop spewing all this global warming pollution into the atmosphere. And of course, there are a lot of problems with what they're proposing. It turns out plants need sunlight.
Yes.
It wouldn't stop the acidification of the oceans. And it really should be yet another wake-up call for why we need to stop putting all this pollution up there. We put 90 million tons every day up there, and that's what's drying out the soil. 60% of the country in drought last year. That's what's contributing to the worsening of these fires in the West. West Nile virus, worst outbreak ever last year, Superstorm Sandy. But we need to start speaking up and letting the elected officials know that the future matters to us. Our kids and grandkids matter to us, and we need to start cutting down on this pollution.
Well, I think it.
Meanwhile, this scumbag drives around in a car that probably gets 8 miles a gallon. His house is ridiculously huge, and I think it literally uses the amount of electricity as like 21 regular houses or something like that. It's crazy. Just crazy. It kind of just is insane. Let me check the chat here. Nicholas Cabal, of course. That was the goal. Yeah, you know it. You know it. Your sweet place? That's true. I did care. I do care. I care right now. That's why I'm here. And it seems like as though all of you care out there because you're here too. So I appreciate anyone who's watching now. If you're going to watch it in the future, once this stream's done, I really appreciate it. But there you have it. Al Gore admitting chemtrails spew sulfur dioxide, which leads me to, we're going to check out this little FAA document. Here you go. This is true, right up here. FAA.gov, regulations, policies, policy guidance, environmental policy, right here. On contrails, they actually had to make a statement about this because people can tell. They're like, what is going on? It's crazy. Well, I'm going to leave this up for a second. I'm going to check the chat. I'm going to check my OBS, make sure everything's running really good. Seems like my audio's all right. Let's see. Yeah, it's crazy, Nicholas. It's crazy. So here we have it. Summary. This fact sheet describes the formation, occurrences, and effects of condensation trails. Contrails, okay? Alright, here you have it. Aircraft engines emit water vapor, carbon dioxide, small amounts of nitrogen oxides, hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide, sulfur gases, and soot. Metal particles are all formed by the high temperature combustion of jet fuel during flight. All these emittents, only water vapor is necessary for contrail formation. Sulfur gases are also potential interest because they lead to the formation of small particles. Particles suitable for water droplet formation are necessary for contrail formation. Initial contrail particles, however, can either be already present in the atmosphere or, see, they cover themselves, already present in the atmosphere, or formed in the exhaust gas. So they're admitting it. They know. They know. It's in the fuel too. Basically, they're telling you it's in the fuel, and they know it. So they don't even need to have the little packs on the side of the jets to spray the powder. It's in the fuel. The combustion is taking care of it. It's crazy. Take your time, your sweet space. We'll be here. There's no... Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Let's see. All jet fuel is a hydrocarbon mixture containing small amounts of impurities and additives. Notice? They just sneak that in there. They have to tell you. They can't fully lie to you because you're going to figure it out. But what they can do is just blanket it under additives. Don't worry about this. It's a caustic to your internal organs. It's just an additive. Don't worry about it. All aircraft jet fuel is analyzed for strict impurity limit. Yeah, of course. All right. I want to get to the important part. All right, here you have it. All persistent contrails harmful to the public. Aw, this sounds great. Persistent contrails pose no direct threat to public health. That sounds good, right? Until you really analyze it. No direct threat. Cigarettes pose a non-direct threat to your health. Small amounts of radiation pose a non-direct threat to your health. Right? Let me just start over. Persistent contrails pose no direct threat to public health. All contrails are line-shaped cloud composed of ice particles. The ice particles evaporate when the local atmospheric conditions become dry enough. The ice particles in contrails do not reach the Earth's surface because they fall slowly, and the conditions in the lower atmosphere cause ice particles to evaporate. Here you go. Here's right here. Contrail cloudiness might contribute to human-induced climate change. They're admitting it right here. They know it does. They know. They figured out a different way to modify it, that you can just put it in the gas, or it's just one part of the big puzzle. They can add it to the gas, and then you fly around and it does it for you. Right here, they're admitting it. Climate change, though, may have an important impact on public health, okay? But not us, even though we're telling you right here. Contrail cloudiness might contribute to human-induced climate change. I mean, what exactly is going on? Yeah, Nicholas. I mean, it's crazy. Like these. It's crazy. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So they're admitting it right here. Right here. I'm sorry, I'm just reading more. And here you have it, the UN map. Just in case you wanted it. They'll put it right on here. Use my handy dandy magnifier. There it is. Hey, where's the Antarctica? Oh yeah. We know where it is. Get out of here. Are they causing this? I mean, they're literally admitting it. They literally admitted it there in their cool little terms. They weeded around it. They know what they're doing. They know. That way they can tell us what they told us all along. Oh, we've been doing it all along. Don't even worry. Oh, man. It's crazy. Let me see here. Alright. Let me close this down. I'm going to bring this up. Here's NASA admitting they'll just blanket in a scientific experiment. They have little tracers, and they're pretty much the same thing that's on the back of those, that plane we saw flying. And this is trimethyl aluminum, lithium, and barium. Ooh, barium. That sounds good. I'll have double helpings of barium, please. It sounds great. It looks like it hit Cuba now. Let's check it out. I'm trying to get And if you're just tuning in, I switched the entire show over to the weather. We're gonna monitor the weather. If you see on the left-hand side of the channel, I got a couple live tickers going. Let's see here. Trying to get some NOAA weather updates. Nicholas Cabal is updating me that it looks like it may hit Cuba now. This is not good. It's not good for anybody. Now it's going more. Yeah, now that they it's crazy, right? It is crazy. It's real crazy. Let's see here. I'm all thrown off. I do have this is a pretty cool video. It's a little bit longer. I think it's important. But we're gonna play it anyways. I'm gonna talk in the background saying it might go back to a category 5. Of course, Nicholas, of course it is. They're just turning up the little knobs and using the joystick to steer wherever they need it to go. It's as easy as that. Let me see. I got the Weather Channel going also here in the What Was That broadcast headquarters. It's at 155 mile-an-hour winds. That is absolutely insane. It's absolutely crazy. I can't imagine what's even going on.
At Weather Central, the control strategy is mapped out. A ridge of high pressure slants across the east.
Alright, we're going to take a look at a video. It's called Modern Weather Control Predicted by Disney in 1959. So let's check this out. Now, what is first off, I see something crazy out of the box. What's Disney doing even dealing with weather control? It just makes no sense. And again, this is uploaded by Western Canada Go Satellite. Check out the channel, subscribe. Again, it's Western Canada Go Satellite. I'm just using this for informational purposes. But again, we're gonna take a look at this.
Let us project our
Alright, so right out of the hole, we see Disney and the U.S. Department of Defense 1959. What is Disney doing with the Department of Defense? Even talking about this stuff, unless it is exactly what they're talking about.
Present knowledge with a little imagination and speculate on how satellites might be used in future operations from a worldwide weather center. This is the master control room. Electronic maps and view screens display up-to-the-minute pictures of the weather around the Earth. Every hour, reports are automatically received from all points at sea, on land, and in the air. 22,000 miles out in space, 3 robot satellites train their sensitive television eyes on all parts of the Earth.
Well, it seems as though this video is a little edited, and this guy put in modern pictures along with it, so I apologize.
These pictures are monitored on viewing screens in the Weather Center. Here in the computing room, electronic machines digest the constant flood of information received from all stations. This is then translated into an ever-changing diagram of the Earth's weather. Forecasts for every sector of the globe are made months in advance. Prediction charts have indicated that a powerful hurricane will begin forming today in the Atlantic Ocean. The electronic weather map shows an intense storm system building up about 1,000 miles due east of Miami, Florida. The controller calls for a close-up satellite view of the troubled area.
Coordinates: Coco 526, Yankee 2.5.
Come on, man. Why'd the guy do this in this video?
Coco 526, Yankee 2.5.
The characteristic swirling clouds of the hurricane.
So here you have Disney predicting what it's going to look like. See, they're going to look at these screens and see it. And what do we see now? What does Weather Channel do? They have these screens with exactly this on it.
Beginning to form. At sea, the waves anticipate the violence to come. The controller calls for a last-minute prediction of the hurricane's path. If control measures are not begun at once, the hurricane will smash across densely populated areas within 48 hours.
If you're just tuning in, I'm going to pause it real quick. I apologize. If you're just listening, I apologize. I'm going to try to describe what's happening best as possible. If you're watching, you already know what's going on. If you're just tuning in, we are checking out a 1959 film with the Department of Defense and Walt Disney. Now, what is Walt Disney doing working with the Department of Defense? Pretty crazy. So what we're going to see here is how they predict. They're setting us up for the future by showing us they're just programming us how it's going to be.
EST. A hurricane is forming 960 miles east of Miami, Florida. If control measures are ineffective, it will pass inland at Cape Hatteras in 48 hours. Control operations will begin within 2 hours, but safety precautions should be completed from Cape Fear, north no later than 6 p.m. tomorrow.
At Weather Central, the control strategy is mapped out. A ridge of high pressure slants across the eastern United States between two low-pressure storm systems. If these two storm centers are intensified, the high will build up along the coast, forming a barrier that will turn the hurricane out to sea.
Stand by. Now pulling in satellite number 1 for visual check of low-pressure systems L20 and L21.
And here you have it, little programming.
The operator brings the satellite into focus on the two storms. One centered over Kansas, the other over Labrador.
Changing the northeastern low, L21.
With a touch of a button, the battle begins. On the ground,
look at it.
Chemical cloud seeders begin to work the two storm areas. Robot planes seed the clouds from above.
Robot planes? You mean a drone? I gotta go back. I'm sorry. I cannot not interrupt something that's this ridiculous.
On the ground, chemical cloud seeders begin to work the two storm areas. Robot planes seed the clouds from above. The storm centers over Kansas and over Labrador intensify as seeding continues.
Now changing over to Hurricane Center H8.
So they just admitted if they seed too much, it will affect weather somewhere else. So they've been almost right what they do now. They spray a chemical in the air, it does their thing, and then they get their cloud or the raininess. But here they're also admitting that a side effect is it affects another place.
The storm centers over Kansas and over Labrador intensify as seeding continues. It's to come.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
The controller calls for a last-minute prediction of the hurricane's path. Areas.
I apologize. I went to go type in it. It set the video back. I apologize.
The storm centers over Kansas and over Labrador intensify as seeding continues.
So there you have it. They admit that it changes somewhere else. So is it possible they're punishing someone else with weather or something, and what we're getting is a backlash of it on the other side? What's going on? I mean, it just opens the door for more questions for me.
The fury of the hurricane mounts as 100-mile-an-hour winds lash the sea to a foaming frenzy.
All stations, Sector C. Activate Phase 2, Control Plan Delta. Set vapor rockets for 42,000 feet. Execute.
As an emergency measure, the controller calls for a salvo of vapor rockets to be fired ahead of the path the hurricane is predicted to take. These artificial clouds will block the sun from evaporating more water to feed the hurricane. The reports coming into the control center indicate that the diversionary cloud seeding over Kansas is now creating a flood danger. Specially equipped robot aircraft are dispatched immediately to release a high concentration of cloud seeding material into the fringes of the storm. Heavier seeding from the ground also helps to subdue the rain.
So they're telling you. They're literally telling you.
The controller calls for another.
Oh yeah, they mess with everything. I'm actually very curious of what my my minutes is, and what they're doing it on purpose is to keep my search down. You know, it's crazy. Let's see here. Irma is going to weaken if it hits Cuba, though. I hope it weakens. I do see the forecast here showing it's going to slow down, but there's still going to be some crazy winds, and the storm surge for the coast is going to be crazy.
Request video signal at grid coordinates Coco. An emergency situation has developed.
What's the emergency situation?
1,000 miles above the hurricane. A crewman sends a temporary.
Who's that? Who are these guys? What are they in? They're in the same copula as the ISS. Pretty crazy.
Okay, S1, your video is R5S5. Thank you.
The hurricane has stopped moving toward the coast, but is still intensifying. It must be made to move northward and out to sea. This is a crisis.
Aberdeen Station. Activate multiple seeding rockets on course 117.
The controller decides to fire cloud seeding rockets just ahead of the hurricane, hoping to start it moving. Slowly, the hurricane begins to shift. All available forces have been brought into play. Now we can only watch and wait.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. But what we just witnessed here is a. I'm gonna play the video just real quick in the beginning so you can see the title. Here you have it. Disney and the U.S. Department of Defense in 1959 talking about modern weather control. They predicted it back then, exactly what it was going to look like today. They had the satellites. They had the ISS looking out with the cupula. They had the little sprayers. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. It's crazy. Under the Ether. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. Let's see what we got here. Did I miss anyone out there? No, just the fams out there. I really appreciate it, everyone. This is, again, you guys make the What Was That channel. If I did this, nobody would be watching, so they couldn't, no proof that it exists until you guys watch it. You make this happen. I'm here harping up a hurricane. Yeah, we just looked at some footage of a Senate meeting about HARP. And pretty much how it's useless to them now, which indicates to me they have better technology. And what they do is they sell out HARP now. So now if you're anybody and you want to do some experiments with HARP, if you have money, you can go ahead and rent it from the Air Force, who got it from the Navy. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. But again, we just looked at a 1959 video of modern weather control prediction. Exactly how they do it today. Walt Disney made the video, and we just live it out. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, exactly. Weather warfare. It's totally true. Totally true. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and continue. How's everyone doing out there? How's the chat doing? Got me signing that? Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, people can pay for clear sky. Yeah, it's absolutely true. It's not even a joke. Let's see. This is pretty cool. Here's another admission.
On this Thursday, we have.
All right. I just want to make sure I get the names out there of these people. Serious Knowledge, DCLXXV11. This is his video, his or her video. Oregon Weatherman, former military officer, exposes the government's weather modifications secrets on live TV. You may not have seen this before. If you haven't, you're going to check it out now. If you have, it's really quick. But he pretty much tells one type of, or one set of aerosols released in the air. To me, there's different types of things that they release into the air. Some may do this thing, some may do that, some may do complete weather, but I believe they have different mixtures for different applications.
In the morning hours, a couple of showers as well, but nothing like what they're getting in the eastern half of the U.S. As you can see, we've got rain and snow stretching from the Great Lakes all the way down to Florida, at times creating some major problems. This is the same line of action that blew trucks off the freeways yesterday in Iowa, created some downed trees. We had hail from pea to golf ball size throughout much of the upper Midwest Plains states, and of course it's still going on. Our fear is that rain in New England could create flooding issues yet again for folks in Maine, New Jersey, for example, perhaps all the way down to the Carolinas. Here in the West, we're seeing a brief break, but there is a chance for more showers coming our way by the weekend. Now, tomorrow it should be dry but cooler than normal, and tonight it's going to be cold enough that we might actually see some frost issues throughout the region. So folks in the orchard industry, even backyard gardeners, should take care of their plants. You can see scattered showers still showing up on the Pacific Northwest radar throughout the region. The heaviest, of course, well to our north. Here in southern Oregon and northern California, we've got a bit of an unusual situation. Now, this first portion of the radar cycle, fairly bland and typical, but then you see these bands of very distinct cloud cover moving into the region. That is not rain, that is not snow, believe it or not. Military aircraft flying through the region is dropping chaff. Small bits of aluminum, sometimes it's made of plastic, or even metallicized paper products, but it's used as an anti-radar issue, and obviously they're up there practicing. Now, they won't confirm that, but I was in the Marine Corps for many years, and I'll tell you right now, that's what it is.
So, here you have it. He just told you one application for it and what they're using. They're using a reflective material to bounce radar off. Could it be used for something else? Absolutely. Could they have a different formulation for cloud control, weather modification? Absolutely. I feel they know that they have different aerosols available they can use to do whatever they want. And that's what's going on. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the chat here. Ooh, look at the love. I appreciate it. I do. Wow, come on, you guys. I'm right here. Yep, one pulls moisture together. What it really does is it releases a particulate in the air, and all moisture needs to do to condense is have something to condense against. And what happens is once they release these particles, boom, you can have condensed air that's, or I'm sorry, moisture that's a gas, instantly condense on something. It can grab to a particle, make rain, and it rains, and that's exactly what happens. Inquisitive Bunny, yes. Absolutely. Glad you're here. Check this out. Ready? There you go. All right. All right. I feel so privileged. Everyone's coming to check out the What Was That channel. Makes me feel special. All right. What we did was we just checked out. You know what? We'll just play it again. But again, we have an Oregon weatherman. Former military officer exposes the government's weather modification secrets on live TV. So if you're just joining, you're gonna be jumping right into an all-weather What Was That channel. And we're currently watching a quick video of a weatherman exposing one application for these aerosols. I call them aerosols, or chemicals, what you want, you know. But here, let's check this out again.
Yeah, we've got a bit of an unusual situation. Now, this first portion of the radar cycle, fairly bland and typical, but then you see these bands of very distinct cloud cover moving into the region. That is not rain, that is not snow, believe it or not. Military aircraft flying through the region is dropping chaff. Small bits of aluminum, sometimes it's made of plastic or even metallicized paper products, but it's used as an anti-radar issue, and obviously they're up there practicing. Now, they won't confirm that, but I was in the Marine Corps for many years, and I'll tell you right now, that's what it is. 50 in Metro...
And there you have it. And there you... blame it on... Yeah, exactly. Yep, there you go. No, it's Friday. Do your thing. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Unwinding on a Friday night. I appreciate everyone out there. There you have it. Admitting one form of particulates in the air. Aluminum, which I'm sure all our plant life loves. I'm sure the roots just absorb it right up and then, you know, block it, and then it can't get water. I mean, it's just great. I'm sure the plants love it. It just makes so much sense. Let's see here. What else? What else do I have in the what was that bookmark manager? Blame it on the alcohol. I felt the earth's after I felt the earth spin after several shots of gin. Blame it on the alcohol. We could make a complete like these are funny. I love you guys. All right, let's see here. Where are we gonna roll into next? Let's see. All right, I don't think that was Jim back in the day. TV. Oh man, I gotta concentrate. Hold on, let's see here. All right, this is a pretty cool one. I don't know if anybody remembers this. I don't remember this. I actually learned this a few years after the incident. After 9/11 happened, years after, I did my research. You know, however anyone enters into this this questioning phase is how you do it. That's your journey into this. Mine was mine started with like 9/11, then it went to like the NASA stuff. But anyways, when I researched 9/11, I found out that there was a hurricane that day. There was a hurricane, and Hurricane Erin. It was right off the coast of New York, and there were no planes, Nicholas. I agree with you. I 100% agree. No planes. You can see the CGI through the clouds. The wings disappear. If you just put in your time, you can absolutely tell, without a shadow of a doubt, there were no planes. There's no way that plane went through that building. It's just insane. Absolutely insane. A little tin can. It's because nobody understands. Well, I'm saying the people that don't believe don't understand the construction of planes. They're built to fly. They're not built to withstand armor-piercing rounds and stuff like that. They're built to fly in the air. They have to be light. You know, it's crazy. But we're going to check out is different news reports throughout the day. And we're going to see who talks about this hurricane just chilling off the coast. And it just seems not to be no big deal. But here you go. This is from Abraham Hafiz Rodriguez. 9/11 morning weather reports. Not warning of approaching Hurricane Erin. Let's check it out.
With weather conditions around the nation. We start with the high temperatures for today. It is going to be a warm one in the south, but these temperatures are pretty much seasonable for most of the nation. 70s in the upper Midwest. We'll see some 80s throughout much of the U.S. Desert Southwest, of course, over 100 degrees again. Take a look at the highlights for today. New York City, beautiful day here. 80 degrees today. St. Louis, 83. Albuquerque, you're looking at 87. San Diego, a pleasant 74. Where will we see rain? We'll see some scattered showers in portions of the west. Most of the west will be dry. Look for possible flooding in southern Texas, central and southern Florida, where the rain will be heavy. That's a look at what's happening with the weather around the nation. Now, here's what's happening in your neighborhood.
Good morning. Certainly no rain here. Nothing but dry skies. Next chance for rain not even until Thursday.
Oh, look at that. Look at how nice it is. Wow.
Today and tomorrow,
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday look beautiful. Wow, this is great.
Thursday could see a slight chance of a shower and then smooth sailing once again.
All right, let's see who mentions the hurricane. Fox 5 mentions it, but let's see. Let's check this out.
All right, thank you, Marta. 67 degrees. We've warmed up 3 in the last hour, but it's still cooler than it was yesterday. Yesterday was 75. Northwest wind at 9. They will remain out of the northwest and north throughout the day today and tomorrow. That means humidity level, look at this, 73%. It was up to about 88% early this morning, so that's going to continue to fall. Gorgeous weather today and for the next several days. Rain yesterday afternoon, now well offshore, just a little bit making its way off the Outer Banks. No rain today or tomorrow. Cloud cover, too, with that cold front is making its way offshore, too.
And there you have it. There, right behind him, he's covering it, is this huge hurricane. You can see the curve right across his body. He's covering it. It's Hurricane Aaron. It's literally right off the coast here.
So we're going to have just a beautiful day today. This is a real cold front, folks. That means it's a boundary line of the very cool, dry air, and it is going to make its way well offshore, help to push Hurricane Aaron up to the north. It's not going to affect us at all, but high pressure. And this is just the beginning because another cold front moves in Thursday night, could trigger a round of shower activity, but drops the temperatures even more. Just gorgeous for Friday, Saturday,
look at it, just
Sunday.
beautiful.
Low
Don't worry
70s.
about the huge
average
hurricane
high
off
is
the coast.
82.
Just enjoy
We're
your
not
day.
going to have it for about the next 5 to 7 days. Michael, over.
Country kids on this Tuesday, the night of the Latin Grammys. Sunny skies down through Texas, all the way from the bottom of Texas to the top of North Dakota. Little rain to the right of North Dakota. Parts of North Dakota may see a little rain. To the west of the country, no problem. To the east in the country, no problems except down in Florida, little rain. Northeast, we'll see little rough seas along the New England coastline from that hurricane that's going away. Miles and miles of sunshine. Miles Davis. We're going to put Miles out there today. Nice as it can be across the Northeast. Rough seas still from the chop from that hurricane, but other than that, it's kind of quiet around the country. We like quiet. It's quiet. It's too quiet.
It's too quiet? Like, it's too quiet? Oh, come on. Just 30 minutes before the first tower gets wailed on? They know what's happening.
Hi, everybody. I'm Hillary Howard.
Oh, my God. Look at this lady's fake acting. Hi, everyone. I'm Hillary Howard.
It is beautiful outside. Perfect September day with lots of sunshine. Oh, would you look at Washington, huh? I'm going outside today. Anyway, we're going to have a pretty day. Temperatures will be 77 to 82 degrees. Obviously, in the higher elevations, it'll be just a little cooler. And then same thing tonight. Tonight, we'll see a wide disparity in terms of temperatures. 48 in the higher elevations, 60 down along the water. 7-day outlook looks sunny and dry, getting up to 81 today.
They know. They're all in on it. They're all in on it. It's a big joke.
That's what it would look like. Much better. Let's check your weather, see what's going on. For today, we've got a lot of cool weather in the northern states. We've got some hot weather continuing in the southwest and 80s as you get into the southeast with a lot of rain, up to 7 inches of rain in parts of Florida. Partly sunny in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle today. Sunshine and 75. Sunny in the northeast and low humidity. Speaking of hair, what's the deal here?
Charles Worthington's big hair, girl.
Well, there you go. You certainly are. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Well, we've had a fresh, cool, dry air mass move in overnight. Good morning. I'm meteorologist Tom Kieran. We're up to 67 degrees here in Northwest and comfortably dry with a nice breeze coming in about 5 to 10 this morning.
With a nice breeze coming in about 5 to 10.
Maybe 10 to 20 miles an hour with bright sunshine, highs reaching the low 80s. And we've got a cool evening on tap tonight. Ought to be widespread 50s for lows. And during the day tomorrow, the upper 70s for highs. Then Thursday, partly sunny. Could have a passing shower Thursday evening. Otherwise, dry weather all the way into the weekend.
And there you go. This is the course that it took. Look at it. It hung out here for almost a whole day. 4 hours before it went off. Did they need it? Did they need it for something? Was it used for... I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand. I just know it was off the coast. What was it for? I don't know. Look like a cockatoo. Hold on, let me go back. What are we talking about? This video here? Hold on. I don't know if I can handle this lady again. We gotta hear this creepy one.
from that hurricane, but other than that, it's kind of quiet around the country. We like quiet. It's quiet. It's too quiet. That's a quick look at the national forecast. Here's an early look at your weather.
Hi, everybody. I'm Hillary Howard. It is beautiful out.
Oh my! I can't. We're done with this video. We're done. It's just ludicrous. They're all in on it. It's a big club, and we're not in it. They know. They know exactly what's happening. They let us know. I wonder how many other hurricanes are out there, or how much other bad weather we don't get reported on that's could hurt us, you know? It's just crazy. Just crazy. It's actually, like, very upsetting. You can tell they know. Hi. Like, come on. I'm sorry. I'm in a weird mood. There's a lot of serious situations going on. You get weather. Just annoying. But again, thanks for joining the What Was That channel. I appreciate everyone out there. Usually we take a look at random footage in the hopes to find something that makes us say, what was that? But I feel during the current situations and what's going on, it deserves a definite looking into. Definitely. So let's see here. Alright. Here we go. I believe we have already seen this video, but we're going to check it out again. We're going to see if there's anything in here that we can pull out and be like, what was that? Let's see. Again, I don't want to get any strikes or anything, but this is BBC Worldwide. How Humans Make Rain, the Science of Superstorms. Okay? But I thought it was fake. They can't do that. They can't do it. But here you have BBC Worldwide putting out a short 4-minute video on how humans make rain. So 2 + 2 is 5, but blue is green. So you see how they mix your brain up? It's not real, but it's real at the same time. So you don't even know like what weighs up and what weighs down.
A rapidly growing population coupled with global warming means that water is increasingly set to become the world's most precious commodity. One of the solutions to this problem can be found within clouds.
An average rain cloud contains about 8 million tons of rainwater, and therefore there's a vast quantity of untapped fresh water in the sky, and this is where cloud seeding comes in, to address the growing needs for water around the world.
Most rainmaking techniques used today originated back in 1946, when scientists discovered that by dropping particles of a chemical called silver iodide into cloud tops, they could trigger rainfall. Since then, countries all over the world have experimented with different ways to squeeze rain out of the clouds. China spends more on cloud seeding than any other country in the world.
What, China spends more than any other? What?
I'll put the radar on here in the aircraft so you can find the distance that still in hand.
Yeah, if you can see what the distance is, that would be...
Dr. Brunjis is in Mali, West Africa, to test out a new technique he's devised with colleagues at the National Center for Atmospheric Research. It involves the use of pyrotechnic flares to deliver a special seeding material into the base of a cloud.
These are the so-called hygroscopic flares. They consist of salts.
So here's a different formulation of chemicals. They're using these flares to ignite this material, which then makes the particles pretty much go into the cloud. It activates them, if you will. And this is just seeding clouds. This is one way.
Updraft, each one of the hygroscopic salt particles becomes a seed around which a single water droplet can form.
There you go. They need a particle to form around. There you go.
With each other and grow, eventually becoming heavy enough to fall out of the cloud as rain.
Wow. Look at this. They're telling you they can do this, but you're telling yourself it's fake. How is that possible? Think of the mind control power that it takes to have this happen. So there you have it. There you have it. They're literally admitting that, again, that they can do this, but yet people still don't care or believe, let alone. But here, I gotta go back to this one article right here. Again, this is the FAA government document from themselves. Here you have it. FAA government regulations policies. All right, we're gonna scroll down. This is all on contrails. The exhaust from a jet. Now, let me ask everyone something. Would exhaust gas be considered a chemical? They're exhausts. They're combusted materials. Of course they're chemicals. So even just out of that, an exhaust is a chemtrail, right? But they're gonna, no, it's fine. You can breathe them. They're cool. Don't worry about it. But here you go. So here's their fact sheet. And we're gonna scroll all the way down to the bottom. Don't worry about this. If this is over your house right here, it's cool. This is normal. This is a normal day. If I had that house, what's that house? Like 5,700 square feet? Look at this thing. I would be mad. But we're gonna get to the we're gonna get the good stuff here. Oh man, I'm trying to find the one thing I wanted. Oh, here we go. Here you go. Are persistent contrails harmful to the public? Okay, now we know what's in the gas. Sulfur dioxide, all medical particle. Here, I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. I'm going to tell you what is in here. All right, here we go. Aircraft engines emit water vapor, carbon dioxide, small amounts of nitrogen oxides, hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide, sulfur gases, soot, and, oh, my favorite, my personal favorite, metal particles. Yes, please. So all this stuff is formed out of the exhaust gas. Okay? Now what does condensation need to adhere to make rain? A particle. And what's all that stuff? Particles. That's why these things stay up in the air for hours and hours and days and days and days. And then here you go. Persistent contrails pose no direct threat to public health. No direct threat. Don't worry. There's no direct threat. Cigarettes pose no direct threat. The harmful rays of the radiation pose no, from the sun, pose no direct harmful threat, but they do pose a threat. See how they cover it? Oh, don't worry, there's no direct threat. All contrails are line-shaped clouds composed of ice particles. These ice particles evaporate when local atmospheric conditions become dry enough. The ice particles in contrails do not reach the Earth's surface because they fall slowly, and the conditions in lower atmosphere cause ice particles to evaporate. Wait a second. So, if the water evaporates, what happens to the original particles that were there? Do they go back up? They just stay in the air forever? I'm confused here. And now, here you go. Contrail cloudiness. Contrails. Cloudiness. What do we say? Contrails technically are. They're an exhaust gas, so they're technically a chemical trail. Contrail cloudiness might contribute to human-induced climate change. So they know exactly what's coming out of these exhaust gas. Now, climate change itself may have an important impact on public health, but no. Persistent contrails pose no direct threat. Don't worry, no big deal. But here, contrails cloudiness might contribute to human-induced climate change. Climate change may have important impacts on public health and environmental protection. See, again, it's 2 + 2 = 4. Blue is green, up is down, so they're going to confuse you. No, they're okay here, but bad here. Like, what? Who reads this and is like, yes, I like this. Where's my checkbook? I'm going to contribute to this. I just feel so, I don't even know. It's crazy. I'm sorry, let me check the chat. I'm getting off guard here. I'm going to see if I can get... yeah, exactly. Also, they aren't shooting into your... Yeah, they aren't. You're right. Let's see here. What was... Oh, yeah. This is what I wanted to look up. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to grab something. Again, if you're watching this channel, this is the What Was That channel. I usually look up random footage, basically in my hobbies, but it is random footage from my hobbies. All in the hopes to find something that makes me say, what was that? Or us say, what was that? But today I feel with all the storms and the ridiculousness going on that it's only right that we do weather stuff. And if you notice in the left-hand corner of the screen, I got some live tickers going of weather updates and the trackers and stuff like that. But I'm gonna try to pull up a video here. And we've all seen this video. We saw it on Bro Sanchez's video, but we're gonna check it out again. Because even more importantly, we got to see the details, the fine details in the back of these videos, what they're talking about here. So let's take a look. This is Skybright, NASA's giant cloud making machine. We saw this on Bro Sanchez's channel. It's really interesting, but we're gonna check it out. All right, let's see here. A rocket engine, which the exhaust is hydrogen and O2, and clearly, what is it? Water vapor. All right.
It may only be 130 miles to space, but to cover that distance, the engines will use 500,000 gallons of fuel, and that works out at 2 feet to the gallon. Despite the cost, however, NASA does need to test these engines once in a while. So they built this place in the wetlands of Mississippi.
Why in the wetlands of Mississippi? Do the wetlands have anything to do with why this is here? Do the wetlands evaporate a lot of moisture into the air? And that's why they put this machine here? To also aid in the evaporation and production of moisture into our atmosphere? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. We're gonna continue. I appreciate you guys out there, moderators. I really do. I appreciate it. I'm just letting you guys handle it.
Huge loudspeaker, through which they played white noise to simulate the sound of a rocket.
They then sent a number of trucks in different directions out into the wilderness. And the drivers were ordered to stop when the noise levels became acceptable. This gave them an imaginary boundary line, and anyone living on the inside of it was offered a simple choice. Stay, and you'll never hear another television program as long as you live. Or take the NASA shilling and get out.
So what they did was they set a loudspeaker up, played really loud, audible tone, simulating a rocket engine, drove out, found where it was acceptable, and then they told everyone, take this deal, or you can deal with rocket noise. So they acquired 125,000 acres. Yeah, exactly, Nicholas. Simulate. Chandri, it's cool, man. Relax. Enjoy your night. I'm jealous, if anything. And I appreciate you guys out there. I appreciate it. But again, he just said they acquired 125,000 acres. This way. Take the deal or deal with this. Now, why would they want all this wetlands? To me, it's begging why they picked this area, the wetlands.
But exactly what it wanted. 125,000 acres.
There you have it, 125,000 acres.
No one stayed. And NASA ended up with exactly what it wanted.
They got what they wanted.
125,000 acres of nothing.
There you have it.
They even had to move 5 cemeteries, because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead.
And there you have it. They're going to start this engine. Yes, Schilling. Yeah, he did. He said that. Absolutely.
Feels like it's getting close, Dylan.
Don't worry if...
First off, why does he have 2 sets of earmuffs on?
You can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And as it turns out, the cleanest.
Look at that.
Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you. That's unbelievable! Oh. NASA's playing God.
Oh,
it's making its own weather.
NASA's playing God. Listen to him.
NASA's playing God.
NASA's playing God. There you have it. There you have it. NASA's playing God. They're just telling you in the show. He knows what's happening. They all know. They all know what's up. They all know. It's crazy. It's actually insane. Let's see here. Oh man. I mean, I like have this whole. Here's all my bookmarks. All my stuff. Let's see what I went through. I went through all this stuff. That was pretty much it. I mean, I don't know how else to prove with literally documents. I mean, I just don't know. Sometimes I literally can't. I just don't get it. Ugh. I just don't get it. They ran that engine for 20 minutes the day of the hurricane. I bet they did. I guarantee they did. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Just trying to find, let me see here. Oh, right here. Alright. So, here you have it. Oh, I hit the wrong buttons. PMARS, do you suck? Here comes. Alright, let's see here. Here we have it. First we had Harvard talking about it. Now we're going to have Stanford University talking about it in the fall of 2015. Solar radiation management. Oh, here's that infamous word, management. You know? It's crazy. And it's the same thing. Here they're just going to do the same thing. They're using a balloon. They don't even need to use a plane or anything. They just attach the canister to a balloon, and there you have it. And then it rains underneath. It's just crazy. No one has ever seen the curve. It's true. It's true. Only in my brain. When I really try to think about it, I can see it. Hold on, let me think right now. There it is. There it is. It's good, everyone. I saw it in my brain. Carl, glad to have you here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see. Nope. Let's see, but this does. This would prove, this is a type of atmospheric aerosol injection right here. Here you go. Here again is a BBC Worldwide video clip, 4 minutes, produced by BBC Worldwide about how they seed clouds.
When different ways to squeeze red country in the world.
China's one of the biggest investors in cloud seeding.
I'll put the radar on. Here are the aircraft, so you can find out the distance to that cell band.
Yeah, if you can see what the distance is, that would be...
Dr. Brunjis is in Mali, West Africa, to test out a new technique he's devised with colleagues at the National Center for Atmospheric Research. It involves the use of pyrotechnic flares to deliver a special seeding material into the base of a cloud.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to Operation Popeye. Popeye is guaranteed proof that they.
These are the so-called hygroscopic flares.
The
they consist of salts inside.
I'm gonna pause this video because we've seen it. This is the BBC Worldwide News giving a little 4-minute documentary on how humans make rain. That's weather manipulation, whether you like it or not. You don't have to like it, but it is. Making it rain is weather manipulation. Here we have Operation Popeye. Operation Popeye was a highly classified weather modification program in Southeast Asia during 1967 to 1972. So this is declassified. For what we know, it could be going on before this. But here you have it, openly admitted in 1967. The cloud seeding operation during the Vietnam War attempted to extend the monsoon season. So there you have it. They can do it. The operation was used to induce rain. There you have it. How can you deny that? It's crazy. FEMA wants to grow their budget too. Yeah, FEMA's crazy. It seems crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Question everything. There's nothing wrong with questioning stuff. Absolutely not. I do it all the time. And I'm wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong also. You learn from it. I'm probably wrong once a day. Twice a day. Who knows? I'm constantly learning. And that's what it's like. I feel, hold on. I gotta find a little video clip here. Let me see. Right here.
Holy crap!
Man, wait, hold on, I gotta back up. Like Johnny 5, you ever seen this movie? He needs input all the time. I love looking up stuff. This is me.
Holy crap! You can read. Input. More input.
More input. Constantly feeding myself information, which I sift through, and then I just figure out what's going on. I mean, some stuff's classified, like crazy classified. They only leak out what they want us to know. I'm sure there's so much stuff that's going on. I gotta pay attention to the chat. I'm sorry. Sean, you let it go to strike 3. I'm impressed. I was giving people 1 and 2 strikes, but you guys are in charge, so I'm not paying attention to. Sweet said F that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's okay. Let me see what else. Red dot on that. You guys are funny. Johnny 5. Input. Input. Major input. That's what I feel like. So yeah. Let me see here if there's ever anything else. This is a pretty good one too. Trump had to sign money to FEMA. Yeah, I at the same time, I have no clue. That's like a different reality show in its own. I believe you have 2 different management teams. You have management team 1 and management team 2. And they are both fighting for positions in a company run by the same person. And they're fighting for CEO positions of Slavery Inc., which is us. We're their little slaves. They do whatever, and you can tell they're fighting for us. And, yeah, they're just signing in random stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I believe they hate each other, so they'll kind of blow up each other's spots. Like when Trump said the ISS was a hoax. Did you guys see that video in one of my last streams? I can bring it back. The Trump calls ISS a hoax. We'll look it up. I promise. No, don't mess around. Yeah. You guys. Carl, last trip of X-ray was 718 days. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy, Carl. Absolutely. And we further. Let's see. Let me check out my dashboard. I want to check my signal and stuff. Yeah. Wow, I'm 2 hours in. 2 hours in flies by when I'm with the people that make the What Was That channel. All of you out there. I don't even know how many people are watching. But I appreciate everything. I appreciate if you're watching now. If you're gonna watch in the future after this video's streamed and put up on the channel. But it's crazy. I really appreciate it. All the love. I can feel it. It's like energy. And you guys make the channel. I just do this for you. I just put it out here. Once a troll, always a troll. I got some. You're sweet. Yeah. Yep. It's gonna get bad. I knew it was gonna start to get bad. I didn't have any trolls, and then it starts. Let's see. This better not have any commercials. I don't want to hear this. Just wanted a quick little video here. See what's going on. See if there's any updates. Weather Channel gives me nothing. They're useless.
It's bigger than Andrew, which was a devastating storm. What's really scary is the unbelievable amount of storm surge. You're down in the southwest part of the state right now, and we could see 9+ feet of storm surge.
Troll means you made it, Bob. Yeah, he said he was fine with me, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. I just don't know. What do you want me to do, Bill Hicks Jr.? Not Bill Hicks Jr. The fact that you put "not" in front of it actually makes me laugh. Well, then, let's see. Give him one chance. Let's see. One chance. One chance. You did call us Nazis, so... Or them Nazis. I don't know. I'm not going to get into this office politics. I'm just not. I have a channel to run. What was that channel? I don't know it. If you built the reputation up of being a troll, I mean, what do you want me to do? I can't do anything about that. Didn't find the Trump video. Keeps on showing fake news. Let me find it. Yeah, I'll find the ISS Trump video. Give me 1 second. Let me grab it. Let's see. 1 second. See, but not in front of it, yeah. Alright, let's see here. Give me 1 second, we can grab it here. I'm going to use the NASA one so that I don't get in trouble, because it's paid for by us.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Let me make sure. Can everyone hear the audio on this out there?
Yes, we're ready for the event.
White House, this is Mission Control, Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Do you hear me?
Do you hear me? Bob is a great nickname. It's true.
Yes, sir. We have you loud and clear.
Well, that's what we like. Great American equipment that works. And this isn't easy.
Yeah, we like that too.
It's very exciting to be here today.
All right. So what you have to notice is body language.
And to speak
again,
to you
you have to
live
believe,
with three
from my
brave
standpoint,
American
my viewpoint is you have two management teams.
Our finest. These are great Americans,
and you can tell
great people.
He's doing something for someone else. This
To
guy
join
doesn't
us
care
from
about
orbit
this. If I was calling the
aboard
ISS,
the
I'd be like
International
excited.
Space
He's not. He's looking down, hanging out.
By
not
an
caring.
American
let me make it full screen.
astronaut.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and
good. I'm glad to hear that. Better you than me.
He doesn't care.
It's
Jack here. He just returned to Earth the other day.
So many other things having to do with NASA. And Kate, I understand you're the first person to sequence DNA in space. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so that was actually just this last summer, and it's a
I'm gonna find the exact
On one day
part.
we might
Give me
be
a second.
focusing on science. On another day we might be
This is
repairing the
off the,
carbon dioxide removal system.
I
On
know,
another day,
I know Trump
soon
sucks,
Jack
but check this out. Check this
and I are going to
out.
do a year.
There's such excitement and such enthusiasm. Many American entrepreneurs are racing into space. I have many friends that are so excited about space they want to get involved in space. We're rebuilding our military like never before. We're ordering equipment, and we're going to have the strongest military that we've ever had, the strongest military that the world has ever seen, and there's been no time where we need it more. And I'm sure that
All right, I can't find it. Give me 1 second. I apologize. I actually made a video on it myself, so I had this right here. We're just going to open up my video because I'm not dealing with this. I apologize. But let's see. Again, I believe you have 2 management teams, and he is, like, calling shit on the other team.
People out there to recognize that the real steps are going to be taken in a few years. And so by studying math, science, engineering, any kind of technology, you're going to have a part in that, and that'll be very exciting.
I just want to thank you very much. And Dr. Whitson, I just, congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing sheet.
What did he just say? Let's go back.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Whitson, I just, congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing sheet, thing that you've done.
Did anybody catch that? Oh, that too, under the ether. That's a good one. But on top of that, yeah, the time delay, they already had their hands up. But listen to what he says here. He's talking about Peggy's achievement. Check this out.
I just want to thank you very much. And Dr. Whitson, I just, congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat.
What an amazing cheat. Not an achievement. And he doesn't correct himself by saying achievement. He calls them a cheat. Check this out. I'm going to play it again. And watch. Notice the lady to the left's face. She's all smiles until she knows what he just said.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Whitson, I just, congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing that you've done. Congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing that you've done. Congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing that you've done. Congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing.
She's like, what did he just say? She knows what he just said.
That you've done. Congratulations. Amazing.
Look at her, all smiles.
What an amazing cheat, thing that you've.
You can literally tell she knows what he just said. Crazy.
Done. Congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing that you've done.
He calls it a cheat. It's literally crazy.
I want to thank you very much. And Dr. Whitson,
One more time.
Congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing that you've done.
I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, I just, it's so crazy. I just don't know what's actually happening. I feel that you have 2 teams. They hate each other, but they're like, all right, listen, you got to go out there because the ultimate covers, they don't know. They're all working for the same person, but we can't know who that is, like that whole corporation or whatever. So you have these 2 teams going out there, like, trying to get in on each other, and he's just slipping out for the other team. Ah, you guys cheated. You cheated. You know? Awesome breeze. I think Trump is trying to JFK. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, but in my mind, he literally says it's a cheat. Outside of it, whether I like him, whatever I believe in, right now, because I believe the ISS is a cheat.
Congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing that you've done. Congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing that you've done. Congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing that you've done.
They are little. They are small. Look at them.
I want to thank you very much. And Dr. Whitson, I just, congratulations. Amazing. What an amazing cheat, thing that you've done.
What an amazing cheat. Wow. Wow. And first off, oh, they don't have it on here. Look at this stupid cart they have on wheels with a TV on it to talk to the ISS. Yeah, he says cheat. He absolutely says cheat, Sean. He says, what an amazing cheat. What an amazing thing you've done. Oh, yeah. Yeah, outside of being he is a mess. He's a total mess. But he literally said it's a cheat, and that's what I like. Right there. He knows it's a cheat. He sees it. He's got to give them funding because it's a little show. And they're like, if we don't get our funding, we're going to do something bad. And that's what they do, so he has to give funding. It's just like the other team. Two teams fighting each other to win. That's it. Without spoiling us the full game. That's what it is. They're keeping the game. They're keeping the game hidden from us, but playing the game behind scenes. And this is where you get to see tidbits of them messing with each other. He's telling, you know, I'm going to tell him that it's a cheat, you know. Let's see. I'm going to check out the chat here. I heard cheat. Trump is a mess. Trump is a mess. What an amazing cheat thing that you've done. Yeah, it's crazy. He doesn't say achievement. He doesn't. He knows. Cheap would be good now. Yeah, that could work too. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. What's funny is Dr. Peggy Whitson returned to Earth, what was it, the 7th, 2 days ago, accumulating 666 days in space. It's pretty impressive. So 660 days in space accumulated by Peggy Whitson. Let's see. I don't know if I have any more weather-related stuff. I pretty much cleaned out. I apologize. I don't really have that much material. Let me check my bookmark manager again to confirm that I went through everything. Yeah, I didn't want to really get too involved in stuff, but again, we looked at Al Gore admitting that we cause climate change. He convinced me that I was bad back in like 2001 for having a car. How dare I drive a car emitting emissions into the air which cause climate change. Now you have him admitting that chemtrails from planes also spew out poisonous sulfur dioxide. So before it was my fault, and now it's also, you know, their fault and Jet's fault. So like, whose is it? What's going on? It's just crazy. You can tell it's a big game. It's just a big game. To be honest with you, I don't care. He never he doesn't bother me, and it's up to you guys. If you want to do it, I don't care. If you want to deal with it, if he gets out of control, you're more than happy to boot him. But I give everyone a couple chances, one chance, whatever. Under the ether, I'll play it again. But again, your sweets, you guys are in charge out there. If he gets out of hand, you're more than welcome to boot him. But everyone gets the fair share. I think it's equal to everyone. You get your chances, and you don't, you burn them, you're done. It just makes it easy. Let's see. We'll play the Al Gore thing here. Oh man. Let's see here.
That some science. And what are you? Well, first of all, let me ask you this question, because there's a rumor, I don't know if this is true or not, that some scientists are trying to figure out a way to block the sun to try to slow down global.
In the way it is now anymore, but it would block out some of the sun's heat so that we wouldn't have to take the difficult steps to stop spewing all this global warming pollution into the atmosphere. And of course, there are a lot of problems with what they're proposing. It turns out plants need sunlight.
Yes.
It wouldn't stop the acidification of the oceans, and it really should be yet another wake-up call for why we need to stop putting all this pollution up there. We put 90 million tons every day up there, and that's what's drying out the soil. 60% of the country in drought last year. That's what's contributing to the worsening of these fires in the West. West Nile virus, worst outbreak ever last year, Superstorm Sandy. But we need to start speaking up and letting the elected officials know that the future matters to us. Our kids and grandkids matter to us, and we need to start cutting down on this pollution.
Probably.
Well, I think it does matter, but I think a lot of people just aren't educated enough, and it's because a lot of the information is kept from us, because a lot of people in power don't want us to know how bad it's getting and what we can do to change things. And I think there are things we can do to change. Like, give us some examples of what we could do to kind of reverse this.
Well, we need to make choices in our own lives to try to use renewable energy where possible. A lot of utilities allow you to sign up for it. But most important of all, in our role as citizens, we need to speak up, use the internet, connect with others, and let the political system know that we care about this. And you know, winning the conversation is the key to a lot of changes. I remember when I was a young boy in Tennessee, when we won the conversation on civil rights, I remember one of my friends made some semi-racist comment, and another friend said, hey man, we don't go for that anymore. And that was during the time when that conversation was won. And the issue of gay rights. I saw a story recently about two gay guys waiting in the pizza line, and some homophobe made some nasty comment, and literally everybody else in the line spoke up and said, hey, cut that out. We're winning that conversation. It's a great thing.
There's a lot, I mean, the evidence is everywhere, with all these superstorms, with the flooding, with everything. I mean, one of the reasons I'm vegan because I love animals, but it's also, for me, environmentally, they say that if every person just didn't eat meat, all meat, not just red meat, but chickens, one day a week, it would be the equivalent of taking 8 million cars off the road. Just one day a week.
Paul McCartney started this Meatless Mondays campaign, which I think is a great...
All right, so there you have it. I gotta go back just to hear Al Gore. He's literally gonna tell you what this stuff does to you. And again, here we go.
Be really blue in the way of the feeling of desperation that some of them feel.
Are they really thinking they could do that?
Well, some of them are seriously proposing, and I think it's completely nuts.
Yeah.
You put another kind of pollution, sulfur dioxide, up to orbit, cover the atmosphere. The sky won't be really blue in the way it is now anymore, but it would block out some of the sun's heat so that we wouldn't have to take the difficult steps to stop spewing all this global warming pollution into the atmosphere. And of course, there are a lot of problems with what they're proposing. It turns out plants need sunlight.
Yes.
It wouldn't stop the acidification of the oceans, and it really should be yet another wake-up call for why we need to stop.
So there you have it. He's telling you what this stuff does. But yet you're bad. You're horrible for turning the key on your car and driving to work. How dare you? How dare you? But yet it's okay because, they do it too. So they may contribute to it. They actually may contribute most of it to it. But it's your fault. And we're going to tax you. That's all they're trying to do this for. They're just trying to tax you. Let me see here. I don't have any more weather stuff to talk about. How long have I been streaming for here? Give me 1 second. I'm at 2 hours and 14 minutes. I'm out of material for the weather stuff. I have other material. If you guys want me to keep going, I totally can. If you don't want me to get into other stuff and continue the weather stuff, I only have a little bit more stuff to do, and then that's it. But it's up to you guys. I'll do whatever the audience wants. If you're having fun out there, totally, we can keep going. I got some other material that I was looking at. Let me see here. Yeah, absolutely. Geoengineering is not cool. Just leave it alone. Absolutely. More? Alright. Alright. We can continue. Yeah, he flew all over in a private jet. He would roll up, tell you how awful you are, get in a private jet, which spewed more hydrocarbons out of his exhaust than most cars in a block will do in like a month. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I can continue going. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't bother me. Let me find some stuff that I was working on earlier. Again, I am personally, I have to say it again, I am personally, this is my belief, torn between the dinosaur theory. Did they exist? Did they not exist? Are they telling us that they did? Are they trying to trick us into believing that they didn't exist so that we think they didn't when they really did? Like, what is going on? I just don't know, and I argue with myself through all of this. Oh, it looks like my my video output is very low. Yeah, it says my video output is completely low. I have a brand new router, brand new freaking laptop, and here you have it. Live stream low. I don't know if I'll be able to broadcast any video. So this is slightly disconcerting. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm gonna give it a second and see if it bumps back up. But we can try to play a video, see how it goes. It'll probably just boot down or something. I don't know. With my luck, it'll be crazy. Did they live with humans? I believe, my personal belief is they did. They were all here at the same time. T-Rex is fake. Yeah, I don't know. I do know that people do dig up bones. Could they add to the stories of what was out there? Absolutely, totally. But I can't deny that people do find bones of these large creatures in the ground. Does that mean that all of these creatures exist that they say? Yeah, I don't know. Are dragons real? They got emojis for dragons, but not dinosaurs. I believe dinosaurs are the dragons they're talking about, personally. That's my personal belief. I believe the dinosaurs are the dragons of what they talked about. And yeah, exactly, like a moto dragon. And the fire, to me, could just be like a chemical. Can they store... Okay, think of the shuttle. We just saw a shuttle engine work, but yet, when they mix the two fuels together, what comes out of the exhaust? Fire. But yet, if you have the two fuels separate, they're perfectly fine. So what if these creatures had, I don't know, ways, like, I don't know, you know how a llama spits? What if these creatures had like a spray where the chemicals came out, mixed, and then had fire coming out? I don't know. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but it's just my personal theory. All right, my video seems to be back. Let me grab some stuff here. Oh man.
Two sets of dinosaur fossils from the Jurassic period have been discovered in southwest China's Yunnan province. They are believed to date back more than 180 million years ago. One set has been identified as that of a Lufungosaurus magnus by the Institute of Vertebrate Paleontology and Paleoanthropology. The fossil is 5.3 meters long, with multiple vertebrae and complete hind legs. The dinosaur is believed to have been 9 meters long in total.
The fossil we've retrieved is about 70% complete. It was buried in a...
So... Are they... I understand a lot of these fossils can be surface found. They can rise up or whatever. But it seems as though anyone with a leaf blower can remove enough debris to find one of these in their backyard because they're like 3 inches under the ground.
That dates back to the early Jurassic period. It is very rare to find such well-preserved dinosaur fossils from that period. Although some parts of the dinosaur are missing, the fossil we found will still aid in research concerning geography and dinosaur evolution, as far as the climate and environment at that time.
Another fossil, that of a Lufungosaurus huinae, was found about 500 meters away from the site of the first discovery. The fossils were discovered in Yunnan's Lufeng County last month by road maintenance workers.
We found some fossil pieces during our road maintenance work. We've changed the course of the road to protect the site.
So here's one fossil uncovery, and we're going to check out another one and going to see if we can see a developing pattern.
In the northern Mexican state of Coahuila, archaeologists have made an extraordinary discovery, a reward for all their hard work under the desert sun. The massive tail from a dinosaur that...
Okay, so take a look at this dig site. Again, it seems as though... Here's the Here's the regular level ground, or whatever they're at, the grade, whatever you want to call it. But it seems as though anyone with a leaf blower can just blow this away and then, you know, find your own dinosaur bones in the backyard. They're just surface mined? Like,
Experts believe could be 72 million years old. A team of excavators have been painstakingly brushing away millennia worth of sand and gravel to reveal this remarkable tail, 5 meters long, that's 16 feet. It's a first such find for Mexico.
Okay, first off, the tail's above ground. Here's the ground. Look where they're standing. This tail is above ground. So it's been exposed? I mean, I don't get it.
First such find for Mexico, and one of only a few of its kind in the world, says paleontologist Rene Hernandez.
Discovering these pieces is not easy because there needs to be a series of conditions that allow for the organism to preserve itself. Like here, where you can see the sequence of the vertebrae from the sacrum to where it ends at the point of the neck. Also, it is together with other skeletal elements.
Archaeologists believe the rest of the dinosaur's body may be buried even deeper underground. Until they unearth the rest of the remains, they won't know just what kind.
And there you have it, another surface one. Let's see. Sean says again, in a valley erosion area, they both look like washes. Yeah, it's tough to tell. See, I'm glad you're here to see this stuff. Again, I just find it weird that they're right on the surface, which doesn't mean that it can't. Oil can be on the surface. Gold was just hanging around the water before they found it, and you got a pan for it. So it is possible that this stuff is out there like that. Let's see. Here's another one. Let's just see how easy it is to uncover dinosaur bones. How come I don't find them? I'm gonna go grab my leaf blower.
Back here at home, an exciting and historic find in Colorado. Construction crews unearthed a dinosaur skeleton. CBS 4 was first at the scene of this discovery at 132nd Avenue in Quebec. That's in Thornton. Rick Salinger learned about this find for us, joins us live tonight. And Rick, this is a huge discovery.
It came, Karen, as they were starting work on a brand new police and fire station here. What they discovered may provide valuable clues into our very distant past. Construction crews came across some dirt that appeared odd, so they called in experts. Todd Barnes with the city of Thornton says that turned out to be a valuable precaution.
They thought it was a bone. They've called out some experts from the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and they've looked at it and they say that it is most likely dinosaur bones. They're pretty certain.
Initial digging revealed a skull of what appears to be a Triceratops. It is one of only 3 found along Colorado's Front Range. Using delicate tools, experts from the museum carefully began to see what lay just beneath the surface. How significant does this appear to be?
Initial look is it's fairly significant. It's something that's 66 million years in the waiting.
This is what a Triceratops skeleton looks like.
An iconic, really popular dinosaur. Most kids know it. It's the one with 2 horns, big horns over its eyes, a little nose horn, and then a beak on the front, and then a big frill or a shield on the back of the head.
Because this is considered to be a very important find, police are keeping a close eye on this land, keeping people away from it. They're worried about the possibility of dinosaur fossil poachers. Live in Thornton.
So there you have it. They're just finding these things right close to the surface. But yet, how fossils are made is they're supposed to be like way down with massive amounts of compression, special water that has minerals in it. Replacing, like, it's just crazy, and then they come up to the surface. I don't know. I just don't understand. It's strange to me. It makes me say, what was that? All right, let's see here. And do we see this one?
Another dig site, this one in New Jersey, is also yielding exciting finds. The fossils of animals believed killed around the same time dinosaurs disappeared. As Don Dela reports, uncovering this mystery has taken a cast of thousands.
Behind this strip mall in southern New Jersey, paleontologists from Drexel University are traveling 65 million years into the past. This quarry could be the most significant fossil site in decades. The team is led by Professor Ken Lacavera.
We know all these animals died at the same time because their skeletons are still put together, articulated as we call it.
Lacavera thinks those may be the fossils of thousands of animals that all died around the time a meteor struck and killed off 70% of life on Earth.
If it turns out to be the case, the only window the world has to animals actually killed in that cataclysm that wipes out the dinosaurs and essentially makes the modern world as we know it is in a pit behind a shopping mall in New Jersey.
Last summer, Lacavera made big news when he announced another discovery, the largest dinosaur in the world.
That's a toe.
That's a toe?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. In the New Jersey quarry, the Drexel team has uncovered some amazing fossils over the past 12 years, including a predator the size of a bus and a 7-foot-long Thoracosaurus crocodile that once lived along the coast here. But this site is special for another reason. For 3 years now, Lacavera has invited the public to come help dig for a day. 1,300 people showed up this year.
Thanks for being here.
The hope is these kids find more than fossils. Lacavera wants them to
So there you have it. And then this is my most famous dig site. I like this one. Right here. Here we go. Here we go. This is real. Right here. It's a mini dinosaur excavation kit. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they are. Obviously, people are taking bones out of the ground of these prehistoric animals. Something happened. I think they're trying to confuse us. I think they're literally trying to hide the fact that they're... I don't know. I believe there was a massive flood, and it wiped everything out. Even the giants. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. I believe these creatures lived. I do. Or I feel that I'm tugged into the side that they lived. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Fake news. You like that? He's really excavating it. Check it out. A rare specimen, Triceratops, located in the kitchen of this person's house. Yeah, hiding Bigfoot. Can't do the flood thing. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I understand. Let's see here. What else did I have? Oh, right here. Here's something interesting that I found. If you look, this is all depictions throughout history. Are they sculpting these Triceratops or something? This thing? Let me get my magnifying glass out here. The magnifier is like my favorite thing. What are they depicting here? Paintings with dinosaurs. I mean, this could all be fake. I literally could go to this place and probably draw one of those myself. So it's like, to me, impossible to tell. It's all speculation. I'm just speculating. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm so confused right now. Skunk ape, yeah, he's real, man. Watch it, especially with the he's definitely out there. He's probably running. Can't do the flood thing. Bigfoot is more real than anything. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Bigfoot is real. And if you mess with him, he will grab you by your feet and he will smash you across trees like a baseball bat. No joke. Known for sure a Bigfoot-like animal. Yep. Gigantopithecus. Yeah. And whatever they call it. Gigantopithecus. Florida has skunk apes. They absolutely do. Yeah, you're right. They do. Skunk apes. It's a giant gecko. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Could be. I just don't know. Just don't know. me see here. I think I opened something up. What did I do? What did I do? Oh man, I closed the tab that I needed. I apologize everyone for the unprofessionalism of this channel. Again, it's just the What Was That channel. Hey, it's crazy. Oh, that's me. Cool. Let's see. I wanted to show something. Bug. This is called a bombardier beetle. And this little beetle, right here, sprays boiling water at its victims. Now, how can it spray boiling water at its victims? So what it does is it has two chemical compounds in separate, like, little containers in it. And it sprays each chemical compound out. And when they mix in the air, they get hot and burn whatever it sprays it on. Right? So this what makes me believe the possibility of a dragon spraying two different chemicals out of its body. Because think about it, our stomach makes acid. The acid in your stomach will eat through the table, but yet your stomach can handle it because there's mucus lining the inside of your stomach. Your body makes all this cool stuff. So it's not inconceivable for me to think that maybe these quote-unquote dragons had areas in their body where they could store two different chemicals, and they could, like, spray it out, and when they mixed in the air, they got on fire or something. That's how I see it as. Yeah. So here's an example of kind of what I believe in a small form. Yeah. Yeah, lightning bugs make that light on their own. Yeah, so there's literally the body. It's like, I don't know, it's just crazy. So it's not inconceivable for me to see that happening. I'm sorry. Let's see how this chat's going. I appreciate everyone out there. Nicholas Cabal channel, providing insight to weather modification, geoengineering, anything like that down in Florida. Appreciate it. We have Inquisitive Bunny, Sean G, Your Sweet Place. Who else is out there that I missed? Let's see. Who else is still here? Damn mouth breathers. Yeah, totally. Lightning bugs. I have a ton of lightning bugs around my house. Hundreds sometimes. Bombardier. Yeah, it's true. Yep. Some human's breath is hot as hell. Think about it. Think about human when a human passes gas. What is that? It's literally a natural gas. It's flammable. It's flammable. Humans are even producing a mini flamethrower. So how could these... It's even more possible. So now we have two examples. I didn't even think of the human. Cows produce methane. Methane's flammable. Right? I'm going to go down a rabbit hole tonight thinking about this. Did you just reference? I did. I absolutely did, Shanji. Let's see, what else? Alright, let's see here. Let me grab my bookmark manager. Bookmark. Oh yeah, I was looking up all different stuff. My bookmarks are literally insane, the amount of stuff that I look at. Let me see, I apologize. Alright, I'm gonna play this one just because they make me mad. I like this video. Oh no, I got in trouble for playing this last time. I got a copyright strike. I can't play that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of what else to to go over. I didn't really prep for any of my other stuff, so I don't want to. Oh yeah, the only other thing. Yeah, but check this out. Hold on, let's see. I apologize. We should look at this because it's actually happening right now with the Earth. We had Mexico having an 8.0 earthquake. Is that true? I mean, that's pretty intense. Let me grab Earthquake 3D here and see what's happening. Anything new? There you have it. Here's Mexico with a maximum of 8.1. They're still going on right now. They got 4.5s. I mean, this is crazy. Yellowstone's looking a little active. They're tipping off around 5.3. I mean, this is pretty crazy. So we definitely have. Let's see.
We are working on our primary shelters, and if necessary, we have asked for state support. The Florida National Guard.
Yeah, Nicholas, you do your thing, man. Stay safe. Stay safe. I appreciate you being here.
Inside the county because of the number of people we expect could be evacuated.
I had a 4th grade teacher with booty breath and kind of a doublemint gum on his projector. You guys are funny. Oh, man. 8.4. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, all this stuff? Yeah. I was really bad when I was a kid too, so don't feel bad. My parents sent me to Catholic school, which wasn't a punishment for me. I don't know why they thought it. I just don't understand why they thought that it was a punishment. It's not. It's totally not. I enjoyed it. It was good school. It started me on this crazy path for questioning everything because I was really young. I'm like, what's this? What does that mean? Little Ryan hanging out. What is this? I was questioning things back then, just like now. No big deal. Sean G loves the graphics. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't have too much more material. I mean, I can just stay here and talk. Yeah, your sweet place. It's true. It's 100% true. When I was in school in the beginning, when I went to Catholic school, I was not allowed to question. When I went to science class, I was not allowed to apply what I just read in that book compared to that book. I would get in trouble all the time, and it bothered me. And it bothered me why I wasn't allowed to do that. So I literally just started researching, and I'm like, oh, this is how this works. I'm like, this is what's going on. I mean, it's just crazy. Who's Ryan Bob? Sean, you're funny, man. Bob is the nickname you gave me. Willingly accepted. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. I accept it because it's just you. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, it did suck. It made me mad, but it really made me question why I wasn't allowed to ask questions in class. Like, why am I not allowed to ask this? Like, it's just crazy. Brian Steph, thanks for joining the What Was That channel, where we take a look at random footage in the hopes to find something that makes us say, what was that? But we're doing a special broadcast of the hurricane. Yeah, so thanks for joining us. Let's see, who else is out there? Blame it on the alcohol. What is everyone drinking out here tonight? I'm a little jealous. Who isn't drinking? I'm jealous. Let's see here. I mean, I don't know what else to go over, guys. 2 hours and 41 minutes we have been broadcasting. This is crazy. It's amazing how fast time flies. Let's see. Yeah, I went through an entire bookmark, a bookmark folder that I had for this. Bookmark manager. I want to play some videos, but they're videos that I got copyright strikes on, and I don't want anything else. Alright, you know what? I'll go over some stuff in my notebook here. This is like my deep personal like thought stuff here. Okay, alright. So one of my favorite things to talk about is the SR-71. The SR-71 was built, well, roughly built in 1960s. I'm sure it went into development in the early 50s or late 50s. Alright, it was made of titanium. Yet, it travels 2,500 miles an hour, and they have to deal with all types of problems with the titanium bending and expanding and all this stuff. Yet, for the X-15, which was built earlier and went 3 times as fast, they used a different metal called Inconel. And I can't find any information on what happens when Inconel gets warm over the leading edges of the airplane. But it seems to hold up because this aircraft goes 5,000 miles an hour. What begs me to question this is the X-15 made of Inconel that travels 45 to 5,000 miles an hour was built in the 50s. Now the SR-71, which was built in the 60s, went 2,500 miles an hour and was plagued with heating problems from the titanium. Why wouldn't an airplane built later use the metal that they know went 5,000 miles an hour? I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm kind of just rambling about stuff. Let me see here.
When it comes to hurricanes, each one's impacts are a little bit different, but the wind speeds that we talked about along the Saffir-Simpson scale, those
Let me find an X-15.
and the damage caused in those categories, kind of predictable.
It is a, let me see here.
Category 1 storm. And the damage here not too bad. A couple of shingles fall off, you can have some palm fronds bending in the wind, but everything basically remains intact. Category 2.
Alright, this is the X-15. This is a rocket inside an aircraft, and you can see it right here. Here it is. It's a rocket coming out the back. And what this whole fuselage is made of is called Inconel 750. It's specially designed for this plane. Now this plane right here travels 4,500 miles an hour. I'm sure it travels faster. Declassified stuff, it's not allowed to. Yeah, and it's made of Inconel, which is supposed to withstand massive amounts of temperature. Now this plane right here travels 2,500 miles an hour and is plagued with heat problems. Now this plane right here, when it sits on the ground, leaks because they don't have any type of fuel tank that can withstand the amount of temperature. Okay? So why didn't they use a different metal that was used earlier that was better? I just don't understand. I don't know. Was it all a show? Does it not matter? Are they just making stuff up? Am I just rambling on? I don't even know. I just don't even know. I just don't know. Can you forgive me for 1 second? I'm just gonna grab a drink and stretch my legs for a second. Let me try to find a video to play. I want to give a video while I'm gone. Leave you guys hanging.
I have everything I want with Consumer Cellular. Their customer service is fabulous. Customers are their number 1 priority.
Now we pitch up.
All right, we're gonna play a video of my favorite place while I take a quick break. I gotta stand up for a minute. I got like pins and needles. My legs are shot right now. All right, so let's play. This is a little tour inside the space station. Just go ahead and enjoy this while I'm gone. Look for anomalies. Hang out. Do whatever. Yeah, I'm losing it, your sweet place. I'm like going all over the place. I'm like rambling on because I can get really technical with these metals and stuff because it really plagues me. I'll be up all night thinking about it. It's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna play this ISS tour. Go ahead and enjoy it. And again, thanks for tuning into the What Was That channel. 3-hour broadcast, and I still have people watching. This is amazing. I mean, it's crazy. Hello, what'd you hear? Hello, we heard that. What, did I slip or did I have a Freudian slip or something?
90 degrees. That's the back of the airlock, where when you you do a spacewalk out of the shuttle, that's where you get out into the payload bay. There we are, making our way up into what's called the PMA. Tight clearances in some of these areas. That's probably the tightest one right there. Okay, and we emerge into the node 1. Now, first we're going to look down. We're going to look down into the MPLM. Now, MPLM work is kind of underway. And one thing I find quickly is you have to orient yourself in each module. So down to me in this module is like this. This is down. And the reason we call this down is because when we land, it's going to be this side that faces Earth. So when we think about how we pack things, especially water, we pack it so that it'll be lying on something flat when we come back, and we don't pack it on something sharp so that when we come back into the atmosphere and we get back into a gravitational field, it falls onto something sharp and pops. Now we're going to turn you around, take a look back. We'll head out of the MPLM now. And now we'll hang a right turn. But what we have to do is orient ourselves to down in the space station, which is this way. So that's the direction we were initially facing when we came into space station, but we're not going to go that way yet because there's a couple other things to look at here. And the first one is this way. This is the Japanese module, and it is always the quietest and cleanest place on the space station. We have all of our press events right there, which is why that camera's hanging up there. We're just going to float through here, and I'm going to show you one more thing.
All right, I am back. All right, let's get this
We have to pitch up here,
tin can off my screen.
and we look into.
All right, let me check the chat. I'm all like I'm all disoriented and stuff. Let's see. Millions of dollars. All right, you know what I haven't done in a while? I haven't looked up the infamous NASA dots. I guess we can wrap it up with that. I mean, unless there's more stuff you guys want to talk about. I mean, again, I'm not a scientist or anything. I just believe I paid attention in school. I paid attention in college, and I use it. I want to say I use it against them. Let's see. I'm going to try to find a good video from them.
As Hurricane Irma approaches, there is one place to turn to and to trust. Trust in the Weather Channel.
It was 4 weeks ago. Let's take a look at it.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Oh, there they are. I see the dots already. We'll take a look. For those of you who don't know, I hate, whenever I watch the ISS, I swear I see these little dots. And you can see them all over. So there's one here, there's one here, there's one here, and they're going to be everywhere. Let's just take a look.
Yes, I'm ready for the event.
You see them glitching and moving? There's a red one right there.
KMA Radio, this is Mission Control Houston.
There's one right by our head here.
Station, this is Mike Peterson with KMA Radio. How do you hear me?
Your first words were cut off, but I think
One
I
on our
hear
elbow here. One right there.
Peggy, thank you very much for doing this interview with us, and
Come on,
thanks
move
to
around.
NASA as well.
Instead of the normal 2 that they would have on board, 2 or 3. And so during that time period, We wanted to have a crew of 3 on board instead of just 2 crews, so I agreed to stay on and come home with the next Soyuz, the subsequent Soyuz, which should have me coming home in early September then.
Like, what are these dots? I appreciate it, Nicholas. I really do.
You move your hands from...
So what's interesting...
Well, I'm not sure I'd put myself in that same category, but
you see
I
that
do
one
think
move?
that...
You see that dot glitch right there? Let me slow these down. This is what bothers me. Usually I'm like, oh, it's the CCD chips or, you know,
that
or any of
having
this
records,
stuff, but it's
breaking
not.
records all the time is...
I swear this computer doesn't work. All right, let's see here. We'll slow this down to quarter speed because I want to see this. These dots glitch and move, and they just do all crazy stuff. I mean, look for yourself. It's not the chips. It's how they're doing it. Seriously, if I was in space, I would be kicking it. I'd be like, "Hey everyone, check out me. I'm just hanging out." And these people are not like that. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Here's one of the. Oh man, I don't know his name. I deleted all my old bookmarks.
It's in the European lab.
Oh, he's got the dots everywhere. Let's see. We're gonna check it out. How come these cameras have the dots? Here they all are. Look at them all. Let me make this bigger. See them all? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 right here.
But today, it's completely utilized by an experiment by the European Space Agency, the Mare Sarka lab, so we couldn't do it there today. That's one of the labs that's a little bit shorter. It's more or less 2/3 of
You see it right there? It moved. Hold on, let me put this in half speed. I know this is painstaking. It's the little details. This is where it counts to me. So there's not one here, and then all of a sudden it appears. There it is. And then it goes away again. These are all glitching. And there it's back. If these are part of the camera, how are they moving? How'd that one just move? Watch it move. Whoa, how's that possible? Look, it's gonna move right here. Like, what is that? I mean, what is going on? They're moving. They're literally, you know what it reminds me of? A reverse of the Xbox Kinect with all the lasers. It's almost as like, it's reverse. I don't know. I just don't know. And I see them all the time. See, there's the one in his arm and it disappeared. So it's right here. Let's check it out. And gone. Where do they go if they're part of the camera? They glitch out. They move and they shift. Like, what is it? That one's glitching all over. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And it's all the time. Anytime they do these, you'll notice. Look at it. There's a ton here now. Oh, this one just did all crazy stuff. This one glitching out real bad down here. And they do. They're in most of them. Let me go back to regular speed and I'll kick it around to some other videos so you can see that they do it on a lot of these. Let me close the magnifier out. Let's see here. Now, this is just 6 days ago. Actually, you know what? We're going to go... This is before Peggy Whitson came back, so 6 days ago. Now notice this camera.
The crew be together, all together. We do not have nationals here. We had great
I'm going to turn the audio down because we don't need to hear them. But I noticed I don't see any dots. None. I mean, there's none. Not one. Is it because they're in this scene where they're just suspended? I mean, come on. These guys are literally held up with harnesses. Is this guy right here literally standing like this? I mean, come on. But again, see? No dots. It's because they're in a group. They only do the dots when it's 1 or 2 people. Let's see here. So this video has no dots. It's crazy. These things really bother me, the dots, because they do it all the time. They try to pass it off as something. I just don't know what it is, and it's not. It's not right. I can't even watch this one because he's upside down. It drives me nuts. So here we have it. We go ahead and bring in the magnifier again. And guess what we have? Look, a dot. They're everywhere. One there, one there, one there, one there. I mean, they're everywhere. And the more they move, the more you can see them. I'm going to go back to regular speed. I don't know why it's not. There's even one hanging out right in the middle. I mean, it's just crazy. They want us to be in fear, yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's crazy. It is crazy. I really dislike I dislike this. Let me try to find a real man. There's this one lady that I dislike. And if you give me 1 second, I'll find it. Nope, these are the old STS missions. These are even more ridiculous. These STS missions get me very upset. Oh, right here. This is the one I wanted. Oh, look at this. Oh, we're gonna have some fun here. Oh boy, we're not watching this if it's in this. And you can see them all. They had a ton of these dots back then. Now, the STS missions were in the 90s, okay? Now, if you look, they're all here. Look at all the dots. Look at them everywhere. They're all over. Changing. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Now, there you go. Look at them all. That's not dust. The ISS doesn't have that much dust in it. They would never allow this. It's like they're not there. It's like they're digital. To me, it looks like they're digital. Like they're not even real people. I will say the NASA ride at Space Mountain is pretty cool. It's about the only centrifugal force you actually feel. Is this a flat earther channel only? No. I went over weather modification, which could work on a globe. I went over dinosaurs and all that stuff, which could work on a globe. No, nowhere in my on my channel is it specifically say flat Earth, and I've never actually admitted to believing it's flat. I just don't feel an east-to-west motion at 2 times the speed of a .45 handgun round, which is 500 miles an hour times 2 at 1,000. I don't feel that. Okay, so that's where it comes from. But I just question a lot. That's all. I wish that NASA buildings. Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We'll listen to her too.
This one's another. Right here. There's one on the ceiling, if you want to call it. Right here. And then
Do you guys want to see the original NASA face in the iPad? But there's dots all over. There's dots all over in this thing. It's all they do, have dots. They have dots. All dots.
Here we are in the U.S. laboratory. Side into the vacuum of space. The spacesuit is.
Well, if you look very closely, you can see a massive amount of dots. She did wake up like that. I mean, it's literally insane. But if you notice the dots, the key is the dots. I swear there's something up with them.
It's pretty big, as you can see. It's like being a football player.
Why are there so many of these dots?
The reason it's so big and bulky is because of this backside, this backpack. It's like going on a hike with a backpack, but the back.
It's just crazy. Just look them. You'll see the dots. It's impossible to miss them. Yeah, we're bringing it out, Nicholas. Let me find it. Uh-oh. Oh, I got it. I found it.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
And this is legit. This is let's see. I'm gonna make this full screen. We are looking at NASA's page, Space Shuttle Crew. Let me get my magnifier ready because it's my favorite tool. All right, let me adjust it down a little bit here. I don't need it huge. We're gonna go ahead and apply it. And again, Peggy Whitson is on the shuttle here, or the ISS.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
And this is within the first couple seconds of this.
Yes, I'm ready for the event.
Parkville Elementary School, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for.
Right there. So you see it in the iPad. Is that a mask like Jason with the straps on the side? What is that? What is that? Am I seeing something? I know what was that wears glasses. He is blind without his glasses, but he has them on right now and he sees a mask. I don't know what anybody else sees. And there you have it. I mean, what is that? Let's see.
Yes, I'm ready for the event.
Parkville Elementary School, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for.
It's crazy. I see a mask. I don't know. Some people may not. There it is. It's a Jason mask.
Even a temporary increase in the intensity will enable this large hurricane to make a recovery call.
And then if you notice, after this guy gets water, where's he look? Let's see where this guy looks. He looks right at that person. That's right here. See? Right at the camera guy. And who's the camera guy?
Please call station for a voice check.
This guy's the camera guy. And he's got a mask on. Because if you mess up, he's gonna hurt you. I mean, that's a I don't care what anybody says. It's a weird-ass mask. It's all Hollywood.
I have you loud and clear.
I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And there are the dots. She's got one there, there.
Great. We are excited to learn more about you and life as an astronaut.
Actually, I've wanted to become an astronaut for a long time, so I'm looking forward to answering all your questions.
I mean, it's just crazy.
Who was your role model growing up?
My role model growing up was actually probably my parents.
I can't listen to this. I just can't. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me ask you. If you guys were on the ISS and they had a live broadcast, would you be standing like that, or would you be laying like a couch sideways? I would be laying like a couch sideways, you know, but they don't. They just like do this weird standing up thing. They always have their shirts tucked in. Like, I just don't know. I don't get it.
They live and work on a farm, and they still do to this day. And they are two of the hardest working people I know. And I think I learned that work ethic from them, and that
Peggy,
that drive.
you are
and I think that
out of here. You're done, Peggy. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Yeah. Well, everyone, I think I'm out of material. I do believe I am. Oh yeah, here we go. I like to prove, you know. All right, let's see here. And this is from the Smithsonian. This is from the Smithsonian magazine. Astronaut Peggy Whitson breaks NASA record for most accumulative days in space. Shit. You're gonna give me an ad. Accumulative days in space and counting. So you have to find this material. They're not gonna tell you straight up, but they are. Let's see. She is expected to have spent 660 days in space when she returns in September. Okay? What are the odds? Okay, alright, 666 days. But then you have to remember, what we're made of is carbon. And it has 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. 666. It's all around us. It's all evil. Hollywood. What are witches' brooms made of? They're made of wood from the holly tree. Hollywood. What's Hollywood? Evil. Just like they say, it's evil. I mean, it's crazy. No, 5 more hours. I can't do it. I can't. I have no more material. There you have it. Just crazy. 662. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. And they're just gonna say, "Oh, you know, don't worry. It's fine. It's fine." Let me see if I have any other. Oh, in case anyone forgets, this is what we're doing right now. Right through space. This is what we're doing. Not only are we going 1,000 miles an hour in a rotation on our own axis, we're going around the sun at 66K. Then we're going around. We're following the sun going 650,000. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And leave this up so you can see this. Just insane. Oh, this is another video I made. Go over some of my. Look at this dot. It like goes down this guy's leg. It's so weird. All these videos have hidden like little gems in them that they can't clean up. Either they just don't care because nobody'll call them out on. I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, that's my intro. One of my intros. Can't play that. I was supposed to debate the dude, but dude fate. You were? Oh man, I can't debate. I'll get too I'll get a headache trying to argue with people. Yeah, I appreciate everyone out there who tuned into this broadcast. Again, it was a last minute change to do a bunch of the weather stuff, just because I felt it was you know, it's what's happening out there. So I felt it was necessary to show what they're capable of. Absolutely. No, thank you. Thank everyone out there. I really appreciate it. Again, you guys make the show. If I'm doing this, nobody can prove that this show exists unless someone watches it, and that's you. So I really do appreciate it. Yeah, Shanji, go live. We'll jump on over to your channel. Let's see. No, not the chicks guy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I'm definitely out of info for the night. I think I'm gonna go watch some weather stuff, and if anybody else goes live, I'll definitely be supporting that channel. Let's see. I'm gonna give out my thanks. Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks, Nicholas. Brownie points for an account you unblocked. I'm not unblocking anything. You're here with that account. You're fine. I don't even know how to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I have no clue how to do any of this stuff. This is all new to me. So let's see. Let's make sure I didn't miss anyone. Yeah, I appreciate everyone out there. The mods, keeping it on lockdown. I appreciate it. Awesome. Sounds good, Sean. I can't wait. I hope my notifications work. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to keep checking back. Peace, Nicholas. I appreciate you stopping by. In all this craziness that's going on, you spent pretty much your entire time here. It's greatly appreciated. But you be safe out there. Your sweet place, Inquisitive Bunny. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Sean G. No space. Yeah, we hate space. Let me see here. Make sure everything's closed out. How's my channel going? Man, 3 hours. 3 hours. That's awesome. So, yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'll stay in the chat for a little bit. Let me see.